Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hungry? Time for a power play at Duffy Sports Grill. We're talking juicy burgers, crispy chicken tenders, stacked sandwiches, and wings tossed just the way you like them, all part of the power play lineup. Big flavor, real portions. Choose your entree, side, and drink starting at just $13.99. So whether you're watching the game or just playing MVP at lunch, make your move with the power play at Duffy's. Duffy Sports Grill. Our game is always on.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma sports radio station.
What's better than one 49ers catfishing scandal in an offseason? How about two?
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey. This is Theoretically Speaking. It is a feel-good football Friday here. August the 28th. Make sure you're streaming us live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida. Make sure you subscribe while you're there. You can always tell your smart speakers to play ESPN 106.3. And you're on the road with us, man. We're carrying you all the way through. All the way through to pregame. Pregame live tonight. Dolphins hosting Tua Tagovailoa and the Atlanta Falcons. That starts at 6. So we got Theoretically Speaking till 4, Russo and Rizzo till 6. And you get Tua in the homecoming preseason game against those Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium to culminate what has been a very lethargic preseason for both of those two franchises. We are carrying that game live on this radio dial, but also here locally. Of course, we have High School Game Day, our game of the week, and that's going to be Royal Palm hosting Pahokee, and Colin Russo's on the other side of the glass on the 1s and 2s. We're still doing High School Game Day, right? It's just going to be on an alternate stream. ESPN
West Palm on Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube especially, you could catch in or full live stream there. ESPN Top 63 on Twitter if you want to see score updates from throughout the night as well. So stay tuned for all that.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a very thrilling one. I heard you had fun yesterday at your fantasy football draft.
Sure. I have 6 Jags players.
Yeah.
Let's just say I didn't realize it was a financially incentivized draft until it was too late.
I would argue that is like fantasy football sharking. You know, it's like there's a little bullying component to that. You can't tell people there's a buy-in
that there
after
is
the
a buy-in after the draft, after there's 6 Jaguars players on my roster.
Do you think they decided, the people that, and are we allowed to say who this fantasy football draft was with? Okay, we won't. Do you think that they decided it was going to be a money draft after they saw your roster? Because I heard the story, and for people that are kind of confused about how this goes down, so you and a few teammates went out to do a fantasy football draft.
That's right.
With other people. There's, let's just say, 2 different businesses connected here. We got people from our business. We have people from another business. We had a joint fantasy football draft.
And it was a great time.
I'm sure you loved it. And you were loving it when you were doing these faux, paradoxical picks. Who are the Jaguars that you
all right,
went
so
and
what
got
I
this
did,
fantasy
first of
football
all,
draft?
the team, it's a 10-man league. So teams, there were no bad teams.
Yeah. They're all stacked.
And my first 4 picks, I think, were dynamite. I had the 8th pick. I went James Cook. Then I went Devon Achane. Then I went George Pickens. Then Ted McMillan. So
strong.
very strong.
He likes to be called Ted Roll or T-Mac. Not a tech guy.
Whatever. And so
I tried T-Mac.
we got those 4. And then after the fact, then I started getting the Jags players.
Okay, who are these Jags players you
I got
got?
Parker Washington, who's actually unironically a good pick.
It's not a bad pick. And in the 5th round.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I got
In a
Bayshul
10th tier.
Tootin.
That's not bad either.
Then I got Trevor Lawrence. Then
Uh,
I got Brenton Strange, the tight end.
That's aggressive. That's an aggressive play.
And I
right
got
there.
Jacoby Myers.
All right, now you're getting now you're wasting everybody's time. In a 10-team league, drafting Jacoby Myers is throwing away a roster spot. But yeah, it's not terrible. So you still are in contention to win this league.
Oh, if the Jags play well, I'm definitely going to win this league.
You are everything you have is contingent on Liam Cohen's year 2 offense with Trevor Lawrence, which honestly is not a bad bet to make.
I'm okay with it.
I've made a lot of bets on Jaguar players in this fantasy football offseason, so I'm kind of with you on that one. I feel bad for you. I heard the story. I heard your face went red.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, for what? There's a buy-in. What do you mean there's a buy-in?
They start passing the collection plate around.
Guys.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have drafted 7 Jags players if that was the case.
Yeah, you got bullied, man.
I got Kenyon Sadiq, the Jets rookie tight end, because why not?
Who's hurt?
Didn't think there was anything to that. Well, I guess.
Most of the camp.
Jeez.
Yeah. Your tight end room is suffering. You can find a tight end. It's a 10-team league. You'll
I got
be fine.
Brenton Strange. I'm good to go.
That's
for the Jags.
I know.
I'm all good.
Are you sure?
If the Jags play well. If the Jags let's put it
Brenton
this way.
Strange is
Here, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
If the Jags score 40 points a week, I'm going to win that league with flying colors.
The Jags score 40 points a week, they'll win the Super Bowl.
We're okay with that. They score 40 points a week, we're going to be in a good spot.
All right. That's what hey man, I'm excited to see how that plays out. But before this draft, when we were in the office, I passed you in the hallway and I asked you, I said, man, you did any prep work for this draft? And I was talking about prep for like what guys you were going to take in which rounds, to which you told me
I've never prepared for a draft. No, I'm not prepared for the draft.
Understandable. Now, when I asked that question, I should have asked you maybe if you knew any of the rules in this fantasy football league and if there's money involved.
Evidently, I did not.
Yeah.
They asked me a bunch of questions I did not have. How many wide receivers can you have on the roster? How many?
Yeah.
What's the playoff format? I'm like, guys, I don't know.
What is this backdoor deal that y'all got hustled into? Y'all got pull sharked in fantasy football, which I absolutely love.
The old guy at the park playing chess.
Yeah. He pulled the maneuver on you, and you know what? Sometimes you get got. It's gonna be a long fantasy football season for y'all there, and you only in what 3 leagues total?
I got 2 main leagues. That I've been in for 12, 15 years, and one draft is tomorrow. I'm doing that remotely, and then one is in Maine, which I'm doing next weekend.
Okay.
Which I will be at.
One would dare say the most powerful man in a fantasy football draft is the one who knows there's actually a buy-in. I would tell you today, the most powerful man in the NFL, at least when it pertains to players, is that Boynton Beach alum, the 2-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
I had him last year. He hurt me last year because he didn't have as good of a year as he's usually had because he got hurt and he couldn't run.
He last year was a down year for Lamar, and we saw the way that the NFL, what do you call it, NFL 100, the player rank thing. He shot down the polls. The QB rankings, all of the preseason, lists that have come out have Lamar Jackson way lower than you would anticipate him being because last year was a down year. I think he had the groin or the hammy injury.
He just couldn't run. That was bottom line.
Couldn't move
he was
at
taped
all.
together.
Couldn't move in the pocket or run. Really, he was a statue, and that impacted his play. That impacted the Ravens' offense. That's why they missed the playoffs, and that's also why people are likely doubting what the Baltimore Ravens can be here in 2026. I am all the way in on what that offense can be under new management with Declan Doyle as the offensive coordinator, pulling over that the system that he got out there in Detroit. You also have a new head coach in Mentor who's a defensive whiz. But most importantly, you're going to have a healthy Lamar Jackson, and I was not aware of what was at stake in Baltimore when it comes to Lamar's contract situation and the leverage he actually wields over the NFL as things stand right now. Dominique Foxworth, he brought this up, and he brought this kind of to the national attention. that not only is Lamar Jackson set to be a unrestricted free agent after this season, because after that contract extension he signed in 2023 that is set to expire here at the end of this year, he actually baked into that contract not only a no-trade clause, but a no-franchise tag clause. Because remember, last time Lamar Jackson was going to hit the open market here in the NFL, not only did he get franchise tagged by the Ravens, the owners then proceeded to collude against Lamar Jackson to make sure he did not get the whole piece of the apple pie that he was looking for. So Lamar set this play up seemingly perfectly, leveraging his power against the Baltimore Ravens to either have them move him to whatever destination he wants at the end of the season, or he'll likely have to play the 2027 season under a undesirable cap hit. I believe it's like $83 million that Lamar Jackson is set to cost against the cap next year if they don't restructure his deal or give him some kind of extension. So to put it simply, and not to get into cap jargon, Lamar Jackson has the Baltimore Ravens over a barrel. And for a guy who entered this league seemingly as one of the more powerless players, a guy that entered this league being told year after year since he was in Pop Warner, and then he gets to middle school ball and high school ball. He's having to switch schools left and right because nobody wants to play quarterback. Everybody wants to split him out wide. It's the same story we heard from Vince Young in the documentary. Can't go to Florida State. Bobby Bowden want me to play wide receiver. I want to be a quarterback. Lamar Jackson's entire life has been that, all the way through Louisville. After he proved he can be the best college football quarterback in the nation, he won a Heisman with a bunch of John Smiths with the Cardinals, and he goes into the NFL draft. And here recently he had a conversation with Kevin Hart on his podcast, a little ice bath podcast, and Lamar Jackson explained that even after everything he did through high school and through college, winning a Heisman, being at the apex of college football, and entering the league with passing and rushing prowess, these were the kind of interactions he had ahead of the NFL draft.
I go to the combine, and they like, Lamar, quarterback and receiver. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, no. Like, I'm thinking he's just being funny, because I don't know who the hell he is, but he like, oh, no, seriously. Then I think I cursed him like, hell no, I'm not doing no I'm playing quarterback. All right.
So that's been the story of Lamar Jackson's career. I mean, we've heard that. That's the reason why he doesn't really trust a lot of different people to manage him. He's only managed by his mom, and he negotiates his own contracts. It's the reason why he's been self-advocating since he's entered the league, and it's part of the reason why he's kind of not on that inside club because he doesn't have an agent, to where a lot of times he doesn't get the same level of PR that other players will get in and around situations. Like, how is it that we're not excusing last season that Lamar had with the Ravens to the injury? We know if that was any other quarterback that was limping his way through the season, that would be the main point of topic there. Instead, we're talking about the fact that Lamar maybe got his coach fired and that he has to prove something. He has something to prove this year with the Baltimore Ravens.
I think there might be something to the fact that the marriage between Lamar and Harbaugh sort of ran its course, and they needed to, in a lot of ways, pick a side, because just running that back, the definition of insanity, you're going to keep trying. You know, the divisional round is not necessarily enough to satiate the Baltimore fan at this point, right? Baltimore is in the same boat as the Bills. It is either they make a Super Bowl run and the season is a success, or they don't and the season is a failure. The margin of error for them is very, very small. Yeah. So they thought they needed to make a change, and they had to choose the side that, number one, is a little cheaper, but number two, good coaches in a lot of ways can grow on trees. Great quarterbacks don't. So that's the tricky part. And to say that Lamar got him fired, I think is unfair, but I think the team success, which Lamar has attributed to, in a lot of ways got Harbaugh fired.
Well, it's not even that Lamar got him fired. It's the same thing I say about Nikola Jokic. He didn't get Mike Malone fired, but he sure as hell didn't save him. Because if Lamar Jackson wanted his head coach to still be John Harbaugh, he would be right there in that Ravens locker room right now.
There's probably some truth to
preparing
that.
for Commanders Ravens. Yeah, it's not even probably.
I don't think he made the whole decision. I don't think he made the whole decision.
No, he didn't make the decision.
It's a good front office. They usually play the game right.
Lamar Jackson didn't make the decision, but if Lamar Jackson wanted John Harbaugh to be his head football coach, John Harbaugh would still be his head football coach. It's not that he made the decision. The franchise made the decision. He permitted it. He stamped it. He allowed it. But what I'm saying here is this, though, because the greater point that I want to make isn't just that Lamar has a great amount of power with the Ravens. He also has a great amount of power right now over the NFL, and he is going to hit the open market. If the Ravens don't give him what I believe he's going to ask for, which is going to be a fully guaranteed contract that's going to be upwards of $60 million a year, he is going to hit the open market, and it is going to be extremely hard for the NFL owners to not, or at least to conspicuously, to under the cloak of the night, collude in which the same way that they did back in 2022 when Lamar was supposed to hit the open market and everybody was all nervous and in shambles because of that deal that Deshaun Watson got. So as soon as Lamar Jackson became available, we had owner after owner stepping out on the pedestal and getting in front of microphones saying, we are not interested in Lamar Jackson. Why? Why wouldn't you be interested in a guy who at the time I believe was a one-time or two-time MVP, apex of his career? He's a guy who also he led the league in passing touchdowns at one point, a guy who didn't have playoff success yet, but hell, at that point in 2022, how many quarterbacks did have playoff success? Mahomes and Brady, that was it. Like, I guess Aaron Rodgers, but he really hadn't had any since like
freshly
2015.
Matthew Stafford, yeah.
Yeah, freshly, who's not available. But again, I say that to say this. It was the most obvious form of collusion what the NFL owners did to stifle Lamar Jackson's earning potential in the summer of 2022. And the reports have come out since then.
They hated the fully guaranteed. That's the thing. They don't like that.
Yeah, I know.
That's what he
wanted.
Who it is, they don't care. They just don't want to pay a guy a fully guaranteed contract.
Well, Kirk Cousins got some.
I know. Jeez.
All right. And how did Kirk Cousins
get
it,
agent.
How did Kirk Cousins get it, though? He got it via leverage. He leveraged up against those franchises based on the way that they structured his deals, based on the way in which he would take certain franchise tags and keep on playing on these contracts that most players would refuse to play on. Like Kirk Cousins leveraged his way to those deals.
Kirk's making like 22, 23, maybe something like that, maybe closer to 30.
If
fully guaranteed. I think he's making like a $90 million contract for 3 years or something like that, 85. Yeah. So he's making 20-something comparatively to 60-something, but I agree with you ultimately.
What I'm saying is this, though.
Bless his agent.
Lamar Jackson next year is going to have an $85 million cap hit.
You're looking at that.
The Ravens cannot play a football season with a quarterback making a quarter of your salary cap. You cannot do it. That's a fourth of what you got to pay players. You would have to restructure, extend, or trade them away to somebody who will. And I do believe, because in 2022, that's what Lamar Jackson wanted. That was the big issue. Lamar wanted a fully guaranteed
because everybody thought it was going to be the new wave. We were nervous because Deshaun got it. We didn't know how bad it would age. And then everybody thought the next guy is going to continue. Yes. It's a system.
There's never been a player more well-positioned to get a fully guaranteed contract in the NFL. He is an apex quarterback, elite-level quarterback at the prime of his career, and I do believe that this year that offense is going to look a lot better because he will not be injured. Let's actually take a listen. We'll take a listen to Lamar Jackson and on why last year didn't go the way he wanted it to, and why he probably believes that this year is going to be another MVPs season.
I believe I know, a lot of people know. I was hurt last year too, so I really couldn't do anything like I wanted to, so it really would put my team in a good position if I was just running hurt, I'm losing yards, things like that was happening, but whatever it takes to win, that's what I'm all about, and I've always been about that too.
So you think it'll be more in like the previous seasons as far as running the ball?
Whatever it takes to win.
Lamar Jackson's ready to do whatever it takes to win. He's ready to put his body on the line. He's ready to now operate a new offense, which hopefully is catering to the efficiencies that he has and also nullifying any deficiencies. He's still got Derrick Henry in the backfield. People are acting like this rookie out of USC, Jacoby Lane. They're acting like he's having the same kind of training camp that Anquan Bolden had back in the day, where they realized, this fella out of Pahokee. This dude out of FSU might actually be a star, not just a good wide receiver, but a Pro Bowl level wide receiver. Like, that's how the Ravens are treating what Jacoby Lane has started to do in the training camp. And he still has his guy Zay Flowers, and he still has his guy Mark Andrews, and that is still a juggernaut of a Ravens offense when fully healthy. Like, Lamar Jackson is not just motivated for himself, but likely for the future of the negotiations for other quarterbacks in the NFL to have a MVPs season, walk off the field. I don't care if it's divisional conference finals or Super Bowl win. Walk off that field, out of that stadium for the last time this year, and then tell the Baltimore Ravens, You can call about a contract extension, but I'm not picking up unless it's fully guaranteed. Why? And guess what? If you're the Ravens, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you?
Tricky. You got to be. There's a sense to. They have to understand. If they go to, and I don't know if they go to Lamar and say this, Lamar, look what this has done to Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm not Deshaun Jackson.
Well, I understand.
I'm a high character
understand.
individual. Or excuse me, I said Jackson. Sorry about that.
Lamar
Watson. Sorry about
Deshaun Watson.
Sorry about that. Hey, nothing but love, my guy Deshaun Jackson. That dude was. I miss watching him play.
Even if Deshaun was great, just look how it restricts the team. That's going to be the argument.
What restricts the team more? Me getting a fully guaranteed contract for the same amount of money you would pay me anyways, or an $83 million cap hit next year?
Well, I remember the fully guaranteed, like you said, you could maneuver a bit when it's not fully guaranteed year by year. You could get in and out of it. You could work your way through it.
You can maneuver the fully guaranteed, too. They've been restructuring Deshaun Watson's contract every other year.
But you still got $75 million on the books.
Only in that last year, and then you just renegotiate it again. You could do a fully. That's the thing that they want us to believe is that it's gonna restrict. It actually gives you more flexibility if you give them a fully guaranteed contract to move some of the money around from year to year.
I don't know why he wouldn't look at Mahomes' contract, who's making a boatload of money, and it's not fully guaranteed. It's all incentive laden, but it's also very structurable.
That's fine. That's the old guard.
Give me that.
That's the old guard.
No, give me that contract.
No.
What do you mean, no?
You can't tell him what he should want. He's Lamar Jackson, damn it.
Well, I understand.
He's been telling y'all what he wanted his whole life, and you know what he wants? A fully guaranteed contract.
I mean,
he would prefer it in Baltimore. If y'all don't give it to me, trade me somewhere that will.
And here's the thing. How many teams do you think will?
There's a lot of quarterback desperate teams right now.
I understand.
There's a team down in Atlanta with Kevin Stefanski who I don't know what Matt Ryan is cooking up in that front office, but I do know that whatever the hell Tua Tagovailoa is cooking up in that quarterback room is so bad.
Disaster in Atlanta. There's no doubt about that.
They are considering Max Strand, whoever the hell that is, an undrafted free agent. They're going to consider giving Michael Penix Jr. the win in this quarterback battle, and he ain't even played football in the past month.
To my opinion, the fully guaranteed contracts is something that is in every other sport, basically outside of the NFL, because the NFL is a lot more volatile in terms of when guys plays, when guys can't play, injuries, so on and so forth.
Not with quarterbacks, though. If there's any position that deserves to earn that, it's a franchise quarterback.
My opinion, the NBA, their biggest problem with the salary cap structure is that every single contract is fully guaranteed. Baseball's a lot of the same ways. The Mets have to still pay Bobby Bonilla $1.35 million every single year for 40 years because it's fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
NFL is not. It's part of that. And to your point, the owners have a lot of power in terms of, hey, listen, like your shelf life isn't that long. And so we could survive. We'll figure it out probably quicker than you'll figure it out if it comes to it as a team versus player.
And because they're all in cahoots, but what is the most irreplaceable position in sports? Not just football.
Lamar is an irreplaceable talent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from the perspective of I don't know why he would be he has made so much money. He can make 60 something.
It's not about making money though.
It's about what?
It's
What is it about?
It's about being paid what you are owed. It is about earning what you actually have.
But nobody else has this contract.
Exactly. And nobody else is like Lamar Jackson.
And there is somebody that is actively playing that is better than Lamar.
That's fine.
But
he has a better relationship with his franchise.
I understand. But why wouldn't you follow that road?
Lamar wants to be a trailblazer. He wants to be a pioneer in a sense. He wants to set the precedent for other quarterbacks in the future. Like part of his legacy. Are you
saying that quarterbacks in the future, everybody needs fully guaranteed contracts? I'm anti.
Not everybody.
That's where
Lamar ain't everybody.
Well, you just said you got to lead by example.
Lamar isn't everybody.
And trailblaze for the next guy.
Lamar isn't everybody though. Lamar has done enough to earn a fully guaranteed contract.
All right, but then when Bo Nix asks for a fully guaranteed contract,
why would they? You tell him no. What are we talking about Bo Nix for?
I'm talking about the principle. It's more about the principle of a fully guaranteed.
Bring up somebody in Lamar's stratosphere, please, and we can have a more genuine conversation.
Part of your argument was he should trailblaze for the next generation of quarterback. If there's not a lot of Lamars, then who are we trailblazing for?
Name somebody else in the stratosphere.
I know there's 3 guys on Lamar's level right now.
Give them fully guaranteed contracts.
I don't think you should.
Why?
Because I think it sinks a team if you don't handle it properly.
No, because you're a shill for the owners. That's what it is. I forgot you're
pro. Please. It's savvy cap management.
There's 33 people I guess 32 because the Packers don't have an owner. The 31 NFL owners and Mike North. Those are your favorite people.
I love Mike North. But you got to be fair.
What do you mean?
You're telling me Deshaun Watson, which is widely known. Fine, he's not Deshaun. Widely known as the worst contract in the history of sports.
Because he's
and all of a
he's
sudden,
deviant
Theo's coming in today saying, let's replicate it. What? Why are we replicating it?
Let's think
I
about
don't care
this, though.
who the guy is. Why are we replicating it?
Okay, I get you. And we'll turn to the phone lines as well. Let's think about this, though. Why did Deshaun get that fully guaranteed deal? If we remember why it happened.
The Browns were desperate. He took advantage of a desperate franchise.
He had leverage. And he had power. Lamar Jackson has that same leverage and power. The Ravens cannot pay that man $84 million next year.
Well, yeah, I know. They could give him a 3-year, a 4 or 5 year extension.
I need it all.
With $65 million a year, whatever the cap hit is.
Everything.
And make it, of the, would be $250 million, we'll give you $175
Give me the
guaranteed.
loot.
And then you have you place 15 games, we'll give you another 15.
Hey,
is that a crazy thing to ask?
If it's a $250 million deal, I want $250 guaranteed.
It's
Give
funny.
me the loot.
This is funny.
Give me the loot.
Theo comes in. Deshaun Watson, which has been a highlight this week.
Forget
Literally
the
worst contract and trade in the history of professional sports. And Theo's grand idea is the Ravens should replicate it. I'm not saying that Lamar's not Deshaun Watson.
What happened?
But the contract stinks.
What happened last time the Ravens commandeered something from the Browns? Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Super Bowls in Baltimore. I didn't mean to peel back any kind of unresolved layers for Browns fans. But Super Bowls. So Lamar Jackson deserves a fully guaranteed contract because he's earned it. And if the Ravens don't give it to him, they're going to have to trade him to somebody who will. And if you're telling me 31 other NFL franchises are going to look at Lamar Jackson, look at that level of player in the peak of his prime and say, hey, no.
Let's be real.
We're not going to pay him fully guaranteed money.
How many will? 2 or 3, right?
At least that's all you need is one. All you need is
Fine.
one.
So
the Dolphins.
When a godforsaken team calls and picks him up and pays him that guaranteed money, fine. But he's going to have to live with the fact that he left a good franchise to most likely a bad franchise in favor of the money when he could have. It's called a negotiation for a reason.
I get you. I know. And you are negotiating on behalf of the NFL owners.
If Lamar goes into that first extension meeting and slides them a copy of Deshaun's contract, I am taking that and I'm throwing it in the paper shredder. Not the guy we're trying to be the role model of.
Colin's like, please protect the owners' bank accounts. I need these guys to keep.
I'm talking about team construction. The Browns can't hire. They can't get anybody because they've got so much money tied up.
Why? It's because Deshaun Watson stinks and they don't want to renegotiate a contract with him. They could easily solve his cap hit by extending him 4 years for another fully guaranteed contract. But guess what? He sucks at football.
What a terrible
unless you believe Lamar Jackson's going to suck at football tomorrow.
I understand.
You know? Does Lamar Jackson deserve a fully guaranteed contract? 888-760-3776.
Nobody does.
888-760-3776. Does Lamar Jackson deserve a fully guaranteed contract? Colin would have you think that he does not. He is against this.
Nobody
He's earned it. I believe he's earned it. I believe he's leveraged his way to this spot, and the Ravens, I think, know that as well. It's probably why they parted ways with John Harbaugh. They're like, yo, whatever you want. Whatever you want, Sir Lamar. 888-760-3776, the Baptist Health Hotline. Welcome to Pro-Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. So get back to the life and the activities you love. And learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That is baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. The Baptist Health Hotline is open, 888-760-3776. On the other side, Jonathan Zaslow from ESPN Radio. We'll have him chime in, and we'll see if he's ever got catfish like the Niners keep on doing. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Insurance adjusters have one job: getting you to settle for the minimum amount of money when you're injured in a car crash. At Anajar & Levine, we have one job: standing up to big insurance companies and getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. We'll do whatever it takes to get you back on your feet and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE for your free consultation. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. The pink smoke is in the air.
Time for the Inter Miami Herons Report presented by Hard Rock Bet. Saturday night looked prosperous for Inter Miami coming into their game against Toronto with Lionel Messi and Herman Berterame both in the starting lineup. Unfortunately, the Canadians would have the better of the Herons, winning 2-1 and scoring both of their goals in the second half. The lone bright spot for Inter Miami, Messi finding the back of the net in the 82nd minute.
Give Inter Miami credit, they did there to Paul. Playing on Lionel Messi. Messi shot in the box. Goal! Lionel Messi finally unlocking that treasure chest. A goal for the greatest player of all time.
Mike Rizzo with the call on ESPN 106.3. Inter Miami will be back on the pitch at home Saturday, August 29th against Montreal. Bet every match, every goal scorer from every league around the world with Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSIsyes.com today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-945-5577. That's 800-945-5577. 800-945-5577.
So let it rip.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
My Saturday night plans are already made. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in. Tomorrow night, it's going down. It's going down. Shout out to homie Rachel. I got to see the homie Rachel out here, the Palm Beach Zoo, having a Zoo Wild Night Out event tomorrow night. So I got to see if Rachel going to be in the building. I'm definitely going to be there. And I think if you're a college football fan, you're going to want to be there tomorrow night as well. The Palm Beach Zoo hosting a Tails and Touchdowns Wild Night Out. It's going to be tomorrow. Starts at 7 p.m. You can catch Florida State kickoff on the big screen. You can tailgate and enjoy the wild side of the game. And you can do it all right there at the Palm Beach Zoo. Live music. Going to be performed by Whiskey 6 all throughout the evening. And then Tails and Touchdown is going to be brought to you by the Palm Beach Zoo's conservation partners at Dade County Federal Credit Union. You got to be 21 or older to attend. So sadly, this is going to be the first zoo trip I do since my son's been born, and he can't pull up with me. Sorry, Cash. This one's for the grown folks. Get your tickets today at palmbeachzoo.org. palmbeachzoo.org. Meet me at the zoo for a wild night out, man, and we'll see how things are shaking. As Florida State, hopefully they get mollywopped. They playing like New Mexico State or something like that. I don't know. I'll enjoy it either way. But that is going down tomorrow night, so we'll see y'all there 7 o'clock tip off. Man, speaking of tomorrow night, not just Florida State opening up the college football season. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be UNC. It's going to be TCU. It's going to be Dublin, Ireland. It's going to be something's going to happen on that field, and most likely it's going to be some embarrassing Bill Belichick topics to discuss the next week after. And speaking of some slightly embarrassing teams or topics, we got to get into some Miami Dolphins since they play tonight. We'll have the game at 6 o'clock right here on ESPN 106.3, and we bring in resident Dolphins fan and a man who is the voice of the 305, our guy Jonathan Zaslow.
You might know him as the Cooper City Rattlesnake. He's the human flamethrower of Miami sports radio.
Hey, you could be a maniac without being a jerk.
The preacher of the Pat Riley gospel.
They don't complain. They don't make excuses. This is the NBA. Deal with it.
The mayor of Dolphins Delusion.
The Dolphins are amazing. Are they the best team in the NFL?
And the only guy who can go from breaking down the Panthers' power play to cutting a full-blown Ric Flair promo. Woo! Jonathan Zaslow is the voice of the 305. Presented by Anajar and Levine.
Zaz! Yo! Welcome to the show, man. Happy Dolphins preseason finale day.
Good to see you, Theo. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Excited for college football season. Excited for the we're on the precipice now of the NFL actual game starting to matter. And then also I'm most excited because unlike the 49ers, I've been having a great summer and a great offseason. You feel me? I've been feeling good these days.
All right, man. I'm feeling good too. This is our last weekend without a full slate of college football. I'm feeling good.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't think about it that way. What's your temperature right now? What's your confidence level on the Miami Hurricanes? I haven't talking to you about this season. I'm all the way in. I believe they win the ACC championship. Darian Mensah's gonna get the Heisman Trophy, and I'm not yet ready to predict the national championship win until I see the draw. But I see a floor of 11-1. And a ceiling of 12-0, and I think Mensah can have that Heisman moment against Notre Dame in South Bend. What's your feels, though, right now with the Hurricanes?
Yeah, I mean, the one really tough game is that game at Notre Dame, so I'd certainly be disappointed if the Canes had any more than one loss on the season. I think the Canes have a great shot to win the whole thing. I mean, that's the place that the program is at right now, and honestly, it's the place that the program should be every single season going into the year, which is, do you believe that this team has a chance to compete for the national championship? And the answer should be yes. So, yeah, there's no reason that they wouldn't be a playoff team, and if they're a playoff team, they got a chance to win the whole thing. So I feel great about the Canes going into this season.
Now, Zaslow, I would never admit this publicly, so I'll just do so amongst friends here, but I know there's a lot, like there were 2 or 3 years ago, for the past couple of years, there's been a mad dash from like FSU and Clemson while they were good to get out of the ACC and get into the SEC because those are the conferences that bring in the big money and the competition level and all of that stuff. Part of me as a Canes fan finds a bit of solace being in the ACC, knowing that this team can continue to stack power, stack deep rosters, and potentially have a dominant run on this conference, making it to the 12-team playoff every year. And then you test yourself against those top teams week after week after week, where there's going to be some very sad SEC and Big Ten teams at the end of the season.
Well, look, believe it or not, we're in the year 2026, and this Hurricanes team has still never won an ACC championship.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth, So it'd be nice to win the ACC title. Last year, as great a year that the Canes had, they didn't even play in the ACC championship game. Now, we know that the ACC now has changed the tiebreak rules, which, of course, would have been nice if that happened last year. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I think it is something that the Canes fan would like at some point, would be for the Hurricanes to be playing that last game of the regular season in Charlotte.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. That's what I anticipate. The top 2 contenders outside of Miami in the ACC this year, SMU and Louisville, neither one of them on the schedule for Miami. So likely going to face one of them in Charlotte if they take care of business. But that's a long way away. We got Stanford next Friday, week away from Canes football kicking off. So I'm excited for that. Dolphins football wrapping up tonight in the preseason against those pesky Atlanta Falcons. This is a bit embarrassing, though, for Tua Tagovailoa, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very embarrassing. He's coming back. Not only is he coming back to play, against his former team in a preseason game number 3, which we all know is at this point, because of the preseason schedule, only 3 games, not 4 games. If you're playing in the 3rd preseason game, it's because you're fighting for a job, okay? So he's coming back. He's not playing well, and he's in a scenario where if he doesn't play well against his former team, he may very well not make the 53-man roster for the Atlanta Falcons. Tua was essentially gift-wrapped this job, and I say that because he's in a quarterback competition, or at least was in a quarterback competition with Michael Penix Jr., and it's the rare quarterback competition where you're the only one that's actually taking snaps. You're the only one that's actually playing. The other guy, he's not healthy. He's not taking snaps. So you would think that's a major advantage for Tua here, and instead it went the exact opposite, where he was so bad that the guy who will not play a single snap this preseason has likely already won the quarterback job, and going into this final preseason game, Tua is fighting to even be on the 53-man roster. You're right. It's very embarrassing.
Sometimes, my wife has this saying sometimes where she talks about how some dudes, back in the day, they would talk themselves out of a good situation when it comes to trying to, romantically attract a woman. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes exposure can lead you to be exposed. And I wonder if Michael Penix Jr. actually was able to play football and he was healthy, if this would be actually a closer quarterback competition, because it's not like that dude is just lights out anyways, right? Like, Tua almost, for the first time in his career, being healthy hurt him.
I don't think it matters who else was in the competition against Tua. This is not a starting quarterback in the NFL anymore. The example that I would give is, it was after the first preseason game where the Falcons looked terrible, Tua looked terrible. They ended up losing. I think they scored just 7 points. And Tua said after the game, I forget what his numbers were. He was like 3 for 5 for 19 yards, I think it was. And he said after the game, that his play wasn't up to standard. It wasn't even up to par. If you're a quarterback, if you're a veteran quarterback in this league going into your 7th year like Tua is, and you play in the preseason, you should dominate. If you're still a starting quarterback, you've been in the NFL for 7 years, you play in the preseason, go look at every other starting quarterback this preseason. It doesn't have to be a starting quarterback. It could be a veteran quarterback, a guy who's been in the league for like 7 years. I mean, heck, go look at what Jameis Winston did last weekend against the Dolphins. If you're a veteran quarterback in the NFL, you dominate in the preseason. And when you're having a preseason game that isn't up to standard or isn't up to par, that's not a starting quarterback anymore in the NFL.
I don't think he starts another tonight could be his last NFL start, and it could happen at Hard Rock Stadium. I don't see another situation.
I asked this yesterday on the Le Batard show, and I asked the guys if you had to pick a number for the total number for a betting line for total number of starts for Tua the remainder of his career, and we came up with 3.5, maybe 4.5.
Yeah. It's fair because there's a chance that the Falcons are going to have no other option but to start him this year. But, let's just say Michael Penix Jr. does get healthy, and it feels like Kevin Stefanski says that the Jack Strand undrafted free agent guy is not part of this competition in actuality. But he is a guy that's getting evaluated and likely is going to make this roster because they need arms in there. There's a chance that they enter the regular season with Tua as quarterback number 3. So there's a great chance that this is his last NFL start ever, and it could happen at his former home stadium, and it could be the Dolphins that do his career in. I heard a couple of guys, I believe it was it I can't remember what, Chop Robinson with the Miami Dolphins say he's looking forward to being able to get after Tua and sack him because he couldn't touch him in practice.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think, man, I don't think there's necessarily bad blood between the Dolphins' current day and Tua Tagovailoa, but would it give this team some sort of pride to almost humiliate him in front of the home crowd?
I don't think so. I think that's think Chop Robinson would have said that about any quarterback that he's going up against. I think that comment can be taken a little bit out of context. You know, you can make it sound whatever way you want to make it sound, but I think the fans are going to be rough on him tonight. I think he's going to be booed. I think he's going to be booed very loud when he comes out on the field this evening, Tua. And I think there's a real chance that he's not even on the Falcons in week number 1.
Yeah. It sounds that way. And I don't think it would be because somebody trades for him. I think there's a chance he can get cut. Zaz, though, if you were at the stadium, you are a Dolphins fan. You have endured the Tua years, the good, the bad, the ugly, the primetime, extremely ugly games where he's on his back, and his fingers are twitching. You've experienced all of it with him. What would you do when he came out the tunnel? Would you be somebody to boo him? Would you cheer him?
No.
Would you just be silent? Like what was Zaz doing in that spot?
No, I would be silent. I definitely would. I definitely would not boo because I don't boo at sporting events.
That's why.
Yeah, like I think I don't boo players at sporting events. It's just I don't know that's not something that.
What about in wrestling? What about wrestling?
Oh, well, definitely at
That's part of
wrestling.
it.
Come on, that's everybody knows. I'll boo a bad guy. All right, but I don't boo at sports. But I will also say at the same time, I'm totally fine with all of the fans who wind up booing him tonight.
I don't get
that. I think it's totally fine. I think it's completely appropriate if you want to boo him tonight.
Why? I don't get why, but I feel like booing Tua Tagovailoa at this stage, especially in his career, is punching down. Like, what are we doing?
Well, hold on a second. I don't know about punching.
That's
down.
not a short joke.
I mean, Dolphins may be the worst team in the NFL this year. I'm not sure there's any punching down.
Got some direction though.
That's number one.
Okay.
But I'm okay with booing him. One, he plays for the other team. If you want to boo anybody who plays on the other team, go right ahead. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. But Tua was a massive bust for the Dolphins, and and part of him being the bust, we are still feeling the effects of it. Matter of fact, we're still going to feel the effects for a couple of years because the contract that the Dolphins gave him, and I understand you could say, all right, well, that's on Chris Greer. Well, guess what? Chris Greer's not going to be on the field tonight. We can't boo him, and if he was, we would. But the money that he was given, is going to hamstring the Dolphins for the next couple of years because he didn't perform well. And on top of it, Theo, he was wholly unlikable this past year, Tua. His behavior, the things he was saying, telling us that it would be, his words, that it would be dope to go play for another team next year. Have a little bit of self-awareness. On the sideline when the Dolphins season is about to be in ruins, when they're getting smoked in a game, and he's on the sidelines laughing and smiling. If you want to boo that guy, it's okay to boo that guy.
Who is over the past 10 years or so most unlikable, like South Florida sports player / star? Because when I think of like guys that should probably get booed when they walk back into Hard Rock Stadium, I think Tyreek Hill probably you would put even over Tua. But who else kind of fits up there from other teams as well? The Miami Heat. Just as a South Florida fan, that South Florida fans would boo if they return.
It would be. Probably Jimmy Butler.
Yes, that's an easy one. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like probably Jimmy, and in his first game back, the Heat, I think they killed the Warriors that first game back.
Yeah, and they booed him. They booed him a lot.
Yeah,
every time he touched it.
Yeah, so Jimmy would get booed, of course. No one for the Panthers.
Yeah.
No one for the Marlins. And with the Dolphins, I don't even think – look, Tyreek Hill's career might be over.
Right.
But I don't even know that Tyreek Hill would get booed, and you could certainly make the case that he should, where, 2 seasons ago he literally quit on them.
Yeah.
All right, so that makes sense. If you were to boo him last year, that would have made sense. But otherwise, any other players for the Dolphins that would come back? I don't think so. But it's not just – to me, it's not just about Tua's play last year or last couple years with the Dolphins that you're booing him. We weren't having conversations about booing Chad Henne when he returned. We weren't having conversations about booing Ryan Tannehill when he returned. Like, those guys didn't work out. To me, it was Tua's behavior this past season. Something about him changed, all right? Yeah. And the timing, likely not a coincidence, came when he signed the huge contract.
Yeah. Yeah, not wrong about that. The Dolphins taking on the Falcons tonight. Kickoff at 7, live on ESPN 106.3, pregame at 6 o'clock. You'll likely hear the boos emanating from the field through your radio speakers. And Zaslow, I'm sure you'll be watching that as well.
I'll be booing here from the Zaslow Mansion. I would never boo out in public. It's embarrassing. But I will boo from here.
You'll join in on the boos virtually.
Yes.
Like it was 2020 bubble stuff. Zaz, do you let's end on a positive note. One of the fandoms we both share is the Miami Heat. And Biscayne Klay feels like just what the doctor ordered for this team. Not only another veteran with championship experience, but a elite shooter with a chip on his shoulder. What are the vibes right now from the Zaslow Mansion on what Biscayne Klay is going to mean to the 2026 Heat?
I think the Heat are going to be really good. And I think the Klay Thompson addition has kind of swayed me, over that edge that I think they're going to be really good this year. I talked to Klay Thompson yesterday. He was on Zaslow Show 2.0, and I will tell you that I was pleasantly surprised with his attitude and how happy he really portrays himself as to be down here in Miami. I didn't necessarily expect that. I thought he would have a very, a very relaxed attitude, but the attitude of a guy who's, been in the league as long as he has and has won 4 NBA championships. I didn't expect to get the impression of how excited he actually is to be here, and I did get that impression. So to me, that was great to me. I was really excited about that.
One of the most and it's hard to quantify it, so I understand people, especially outside of Heat fans, bringing it up. But this is a very tenacious, competitive, driven team. You look at every single person on that roster. Maybe the only guy I will point out that doesn't come off that way is maybe Andrew Wiggins. But he still is. He's still a high-level competitor. He's just laid back.
Changed. I know what you're getting at. They have changed the makeup of this team.
Yes.
And they've changed it in a very positive direction. I mean, this is such a better makeup, this team, than the last couple of years. And my biggest problem with the team last year, with the team at the end of last season, I said this after they were eliminated by Charlotte in the play-in, and my whole MO was, what happened to the team that I love?
Yeah.
What happened to them? And I said that because, Bam Adebayo got taken out of the game on a dirty play by LaMelo Ball, and no one on the team did anything about it, all right? The best player on the team, the captain of the team, was purposely taken out with a dirty play, and the team would go on to lose as a result, and nobody does anything about it. Nobody says anything. There's no one was going to stick up for the captain. What happened to the team that I love? And I think that this team has likely gone over a major personality makeover with the guys that they have added to this team, and that makes me really happy.
Yeah, it's some dogs. It's some competitive dudes, and I guarantee you Bobby Portis will not stand idly by if anybody – you so much as breathe on Bam Adebayo the wrong way, and Bobby Portis is going to check him.
Bobby Portis, remember what was a couple weeks ago when he Norman Powell is it seems like such a nice guy. And Bobby Portis, came back at Norman Powell really, really strong. And the reaction to Norman Powell just mentioning Bobby Portis, definitely no ill will. The reaction from Bobby Portis was so over the top, and I said, that's exactly what this team needs.
Yes.
That's what I need on this team. I need someone who is overly aggressive at something that is so little, like Bobby Portis just reacted to that. That's that type of behavior that this team has been missing.
He's going to be like prime UD for the Heat, Bobby Portis Jr. there with a three-point shot. Zaslow, you say you talked to Klay Thompson on Zaslow Show 2.0. Where can people find that conversation?
Yeah, wherever you get your podcasts. Like Theo mentioned, Klay Thompson joined us yesterday. Everything South Florida, everything Miami, everything 305. We got you covered every weekday. Zaslow Show 2.0, wherever you get your podcasts. And every episode is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
Good luck with your booze tonight, Zaz. Hope they resonate.
Thanks, Theo. Take it easy, man.
Thank you. That is our guy, Jonathan Zaslow. You know where to find the guy. He's great. He's all over ESPN's properties and Zaslow Show 2.0. We're going to go to break here. You know what? Do we have time? You know what? We do. We'll make time. Going through the Miami Hurricanes schedule. Playing a little schedule games here with the Miami Hurricanes schedule on the next side here. And we're going to predict out one by one. the wins, the very few losses, and the results of what's going to happen 1 week from now as they kick off against Stanford. That is Colin Russo. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. Shouts to my guy Zaz. We're Theoretically Speaking on a Feel Good Friday on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Every dream begins with a hope for something better. At Flagler Credit Union, we're here to help turn those dreams into reality by investing in families, in neighbors, in our community. Because to us, it's never just about banking, it's about people. Whether you're dreaming of a new car, a home, your child's education, or a well-earned retirement, Flagler Credit Union is here for you. Flagler Credit Union, fulfilling dreams through better banking. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Hey everybody, it's Cade Chumsland. Every week, Land Rover Palm Beach supports local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community by naming a Player of the Week. This year, $35,000 will be awarded to student athletes and their schools. Tune in to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day every Friday night as I unveil this week's featured athlete. If you have a great performance that I need to know about, DM us at ESPN West Palm. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
If you are looking for the perfect excuse to treat yourself this summer, I've got one for you. O Resort and Spa in Palm Beach is offering its Red, White, and O package. And it's such a great way to enjoy a luxury staycation. Book 2 nights or more through September 30th, and you'll receive a $250 resort credit to use at the spa, restaurants, or resort shops, plus complimentary valet parking and a special welcome gift. Visit EAUresortandspa.com to book your Red, White, and O getaway. You deserve it. Terms and conditions apply.
In business, you've got to stand out to win. Sinorama West Palm Beach has been family owned and operated for over 32 years, helping local businesses make a lasting impression. Our team knows how to put your business in front of the right customers with signage that actually works. We can turn blank windows or plain vehicles into bold, attention-grabbing branding that drives results. Ready to step up your game? Call us at 561-687-7993 or visit SinoramaWPB.com.
God knows I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That other school up in Tallahassee kicks off the season tomorrow night. Sorry to those who have to suffer through watching that. But the Miami Hurricanes kick off their season 1 week from today at Stanford against those Cardinals. We're going to go week by week here on the college football schedule for the Miami Hurricanes, and we'll play it out. We'll play it out and predict it. Can I get my college football music here, Colin? Oh, nice. Nice. All right, I'm feeling the vibes. Week 1, the Hurricane at Stanford. I had a very embarrassing interview with the Stanford head coach, Troy Taylor, former head coach, where I opened up that interview saying something flowery about how the early bird gets the worm. And speaking of that, we have the Stanford Cardinals head coach, Troy Taylor, with us. And he aptly corrected me and said, we are not the Cardinals, we are the Cardinal. Did you know that? You knew that?
I think I did. I probably would have gotten it wrong.
Cardinal
but I think
singular.
I did get it wrong.
And it's not because they're not associated with birds. How would I know that when your mascot's a tree? Makes no sense. The Miami Hurricanes going to whoop their tail in week 1 here with their new head coach.
Stanford plays this weekend. So they play Hawaii this weekend. So you'll see what they are.
We'll get some tape on them.
Get some tape on him.
New head coach, the guy that used to back up Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck went out there and hired him. The Canes are going to stump all over them. 24-point favorites so far. Week 2, FAMU.
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 for sure. Week 2, FAMU at Hard Rock against Miami.
2-0.
Shout out to Marching 100, but
2-0.
Miami might score 100. Week 3 in Winston-Salem at Wake Forest.
3-0.
Exactly. Week 4 at the Crib. I'll be at this one against Central Michigan on a Saturday evening.
4-0.
Good money. Even though that one reminds me, if this was 4 years ago, that would be
I'll
the Mario
find a
Cristobal
game. We haven't seen it yet.
If this was 4 years ago, that was the Middle Tennessee State game. But we'll move on. Week 5, a 4-0 Canes team on the road against a feisty Clemson squad.
It's a tough game.
Oh.
It's a tough place to play.
Howard's Rock. I'm trembling. Oh. But Dabo Swinney's been letting in transfers, so he's kind of let his guard down.
This is probably 5-0. I don't know enough about the Clemson offense to capably bet them here. 5-0.
Easily 5-0. Week 6 bye. Week 7. So you get a bye week before you host your hated rivals, Florida State. We get to look at them early as well.
5-1. I'm kidding. 6-0.
I was. Oh, if Norvell wins that game, do they retain him?
Norvell wins that game, dude. We'll build you a house.
That's the game Norvell needs. He needs to start prepping for that right now. Week 7 is all that matters. Week 8, Pittsburgh against the Canes. This is at home as well.
6-0, and this is for the 7th game.
Yeah.
Listen, I think Pitt's underrated. They got that Eli, Hotchkiss quarterback, whatever his name is. Good quarterback. And everybody tried to get him, including Miami.
Yeah.
And he stayed.
He's going to meet Justin Scott, and he's going to meet in the backfield over and over again, Damon Wilson. That good quarterback's going to be on his back. It's going to be hard to be a good quarterback when you own your back. 7-0. 7-0. And Ahmad Moten as well.
Mason Heinschel. I was close. It's not Eli. It was Mason, but it was Heinschel was close.
Yeah, and he's going to be on his hind knee. Week 9.
7. That's 7-0. 7-0.
Yeah, 7-0 against Pittsburgh after week 8.
Week 9 is what?
We're visiting Chapel Hill Bill at the Crib.
This is where you lose.
We're losing the Miami Hurricanes.
This is the Mario Cristobal game.
It is on Halloween, so it would be spooky.
Yeah, this is the Mario Cristobal game.
It's a Week 9 Saturday Halloween game. So do you think it's because the Canes players were partying too hard? They had post-game plans? Why would the Canes lose this one?
Belichick has a moment where, oh my gosh, he's back. Billy Edwards, that quarterback. UNC was god-awful last year.
This is a disgusting take by you.
This is a sneaky game.
This is disgusting.
This is not a coach who's afraid of Mario Cristobal. It is Bill Belichick we're talking about.
Who's calling the plays?
7-1.
Is Bill calling the plays or is Jordan?
Theo, 7-1.
I'm not talking about Michael Jordan. Week 10.
7-1.
The Canes are 8-0. And the Canes head to South Bend November 7th on a Saturday. Remember, Mendoza's Heisman moment happened on November 8th
I'll
at
tell
Penn
you
State.
why they're going to lose that UNC game. It's a look-ahead game.
Okay, you're right. Look-ahead game. They'll you know what? They won't cover. They'll win, but they won't cover. Week 10 at Notre Dame in South Bend. This is the one game on the schedule that is,
7-2.
The Canes are not going to be favored in.
If you're going to give them a loss anyway, it's got to be here.
Darian Mintz is going to have his Heisman moment at South Bend. And the Miami Hurricanes are going to win that game. And you know why I feel confident about that? It is going to be very reminiscent of what Fernando Mendoza was able to do at Penn State last year. I think it's going to be a tough one, a feisty one. I'm sure they're going to get the favor of the flag out there next to Touchdown Jesus.
Oh, they're already the game's already rigged.
Sure.
The game's already rigged.
Yeah, it's at home.
Dude.
I didn't say it's rigged. It's the favor of the flag. Touchdown Jesus looking over them. The Canes get the win as well. Week 11. Duke.
Oh my God! Did they lose a game?
No, they
7-2.
Yeah,
7-2, Theo.
9-0.
7-2.
Week 11 hosting Duke.
They're 7-2.
Week 11 hosting Duke. This is the
7-3.
Darian Mintz.
No.
You're disgusting.
8-2.
This is a revenge game against Darian Mintz.
Yeah, 8-2. Duke's the reason Miami got into the playoff last year.
And Duke is also the reason why Miami has an ACC champion at quarterback this year as well. 10-0.
8-2.
Week 12, hosting James Franklin Year 1, Virginia Tech at Hard Rock Stadium on a Friday, though. This is the creepy one to me.
This is your Mario Cristobal game?
Honestly, if
this
I
team
were
is being very, very under the radar is Virginia Tech. They got a lot of recruits came in with Franklin.
If I were to pick a loss, and I'm not picking a loss, I'm going 12-0 here. If I were to pick a loss on the Miami Hurricane schedule, it will be a Friday night, spooky Friday night ACC game at the Crib favored against Virginia Tech. Remember last time we were at the crib against Virginia Tech?
What's the date of that game? Is that November 9th?
November 20th.
November 20th.
Friday, November 20th. Remember last time Virginia Tech and Miami played on I believe that was a Friday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, Hail Mary game with the ACC.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, I remember that
Cam
game.
Ward versus Cousin. I forget the quarterback for Virginia Tech's name at that
Was it
point.
Kyron Jones?
Kyron, yep.
It's Kyron Jones.
They're cousins. You know that?
Who?
Cam Ward and Kyron Jones.
I did not know
They're
that.
cousins, yeah. Either way, Miami's going to win that one, but that's the one I'm most afraid of.
9-2.
And then they wrap up the season against Boston College at the crib.
10-2.
And then on to Charlotte. 12-0 on to Charlotte. Don't listen to Colin. He knows nothing.
10-2.
He knows nothing about
Back-to-back
these games.
losses to UNC and Notre Dame will sting.
You're a disgusting human being for trying to predict that. Chapel Hill Bill might not even be coaching them at that point.
Chapel Hill Bill is going to have one moment, and it will be against Miami.
Is Evan Cohen taking over your body, or you're going pro Bill Belichick?
Keep an eye
happening
out.
here.
Just keep an eye
It's
out.
happening here.
Keep an eye
Happy hour on the other side. Tina Costanza joins the party as well. It's Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Coming to Port St. Lucie this summer, it's the return of St. Lucie Mets baseball. The most family-friendly game in town is played under the warm sun on the green grass of Clover Park. Enjoy fun minor league promotions, fireworks, ballpark food, and more, all while watching the future stars of baseball shine on the diamond. Visit stluciemets.com to see the schedule and purchase your tickets. Make plans this season to visit Clover Park for a night of baseball and fun.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hi, this is Evan Cohen. Listen to me in the morning, 6 to 10 a.m. on Unsportsmanlike.
Giannis has finally been traded along with his longtime teammate Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Keloware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasparas Yachakonis, 3 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, a second-round pick. Giannis is a member of the Heat.
Congratulations to the Miami Heat. Congratulations to Pat Riley. He wanted to go out there and land the white whale, and he got him.
Right here on ESPN 106.3.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
For over 40 years, Ronald McDonald House of South Florida has supported families like Kayla's.
Without the Ronald McDonald House, we couldn't continue with Kayla's medical treatment.
We are now building a new, larger house to accommodate almost twice as many families each year.
It's a peace of mind knowing we have a place to stay without worrying about cost.
Who are we playing? Help us build this new home by visiting rmhcsouthflorida.org.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan.
Hey, Cody man!
Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
This is unbelievable. Low MBO numbers, terrible.
1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma sports radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's theoretically speaking, man. It's Friday. It's Feel Good Friday, a football Friday. I hope y'all are having as great of a day as I am. We are moments out from the Dolphins kicking off their final preseason game of the year. We are less than 24 hours from the kickoff of the college football slate. And if you tap back into what we did last segment, wherever you find your podcast, theoretically speaking, or go online to YouTube and go to ESPN South Florida and check back what we did last segment here. We predicted out the Miami Hurricanes, full schedule and the results. And Tina, do you want to guess? Tina, who joins the show here in the happy hour. Hey, Tina.
Who's joining us today? I'm
What?
joining today.
No, I said Tina, who joins the show in the happy hour. Hey, Tina.
Sorry, I was very distracted.
Very defensive. Oh, because Colin keeps talking in her ears?
Yeah, so we have this button where it's a talk back where only we can hear Colin talking, and Colin is shouting.
Yeah.
Every time that he talks to us,
You gotta
not
talk
on
loud.
the air, he is shouting, and I can never hear you, and it's very distracting.
It's
I heard clearly what we need to do.
You got to talk loud because he's talking in our ears, producer, IFB style. It reminds me of my TV days. Colin, here's the issue I have when
Salud.
when producers, C-Cat used to be like this. He would try to speak so quietly and so quickly.
I speak loud because I know what I need to hear.
Right,
Like,
right, yeah. So it's helpful. It's like coming from TV.
Yeah, you're coming.
You need to hear.
wasting my time. Yeah,
It does take some training. You have to be able to multitask.
It's too loud for
It is, and it is a little loud. That's just because Colin's a loud person.
I know.
He's a loud individual.
So I didn't even hear you intro me because
Yeah.
he's just telling us what we need to do.
Yes.
And talking to us. So
Right. And something about Beaver Dam. I don't know what that was. I don't know. I just heard something.
I have the
about it.
video. You want to play the video?
No, we're not going to start this conversation.
No, I'm telling you what I heard in my ears. Just telling you what I
Just
heard
go
in my ears.
listen
Yeah.
to yesterday's show.
Down on Beaver Dam.
4 p.m. to 5 o'clock, Russo and Rizzo. And
yeah.
you will know all about Beaver Dam and Colin and Rizzo's feelings.
Beaver
about-
Dam, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Are they on that
Colin's
list?
upset he lost.
Are they on that top 20 list? Drinking cities? Beaver Dam? Did they make the cut?
No. It's about 40 minutes north of Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. So they just go to Madison for their indulgence.
They're not allowed.
Are they allowed to have a cocktail of the day?
So, yes, they are.
Oh, they're so. Colin and Mike, they have a vendetta against Beaver Dam.
Down on Beaver Dam.
We got to send them to Beaver Dam to make amends.
No, we do
We're
not.
going to do a Treaty of Versailles.
They should be sent to Beaver Dam.
A Treaty of Versailles in Beaver Dam, and we're going to get these two parties together, and they're gonna make amends. Maybe y'all can make amends over this cocktail of the day.
If you're in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, you totally should come down to Palm Beach and go to O Resort and Spa.
Oh, okay, never mind. You got to do it here. Do it here. We'll do the amends here.
You got to do it here.
At O Resort.
Because
Resort
on
Spa.
Fridays, our cocktail of the day is from O Resort and Spa in Palm Beach. I give a cocktail of the day during the week, and you usually can't actually go to a restaurant or a bar and order them. But on Fridays, you can, because you can go to O Resort and Spa in Palm Beach and go to Angle and order the Indigo Bloom, which has Bombay Sapphire, lemon, butterfly pea, PEA, and champagne. When I said it, I go, I need to make sure PEA.
It was the way you looked up after you said it, as if you got caught. Have you had butterfly pea before?
No,
Okay.
but I said, and I go, I
Let's
should clear this.
PA. Okay.
PA.
Not butterfly pea. That would be.
And champagne. Indigo bloom.
Butterfly pea. What is that?
I don't know.
Butterfly
I was
PA.
interested when I was looking through the menu. I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. I don't know what butterfly pea is.
Do butterflies urinate?
I don't know. Producer,
Producer, can we look that up?
can we look that up?
Just curious.
What am I looking up?
Do butterflies urinate?
Yes.
Oh, he knows.
Have you seen this process happen, or you just
No, have a clue.
They're insects though? You don't need
Insects, yes, they do. They
urinate
same way as everybody else.
I want out of what? What is a butterfly urinating out of?
I don't know.
Well, you said
You
very
said that they
confidently,
urinate.
yes.
So, are you looking it up for us? Is he looking it up? You think? While he looks it up, can you tell the good people about Resort and Spa Palm Beach, where they can get that delectable cocktail?
Yes. And hey, if you're coming from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, or wherever you're coming from to visit Resort and Spa Palm Beach, they have an awesome offer going on right now. It's called the Red, White, and O package, celebrating America's 250th birthday. And when you book 2 or more nights, now till September 30th, they're giving you a $250 resort credit, and you can use it however you would like. Whether that's a spa, maybe a facial, or a massage, or at a restaurant at one of theirs. You could spend it all on cocktails if you want, or maybe some food, or a little shopping while you are there. You also get a fun, patriotic welcome gift and complimentary valet parking for one vehicle. So all you need to do is show up and relax. I love that I just get to, for me, it's a staycation. For others, it's a full-on vacation. But I love when I go there, I feel like I've just escaped to a tropical vacation. But guess what? I get to drive 30 minutes home, and it's amazing.
Easy.
Check it out at O Resort and Spa, Palm Beach.
Do we get a
so they have an excretion system.
Okay.
That is not technically urinating like mammals do.
Okay.
But it's essentially called abdominal sap, abdominal dew, which is like excess water.
Okay.
So it's not the same.
So they don't urinate then?
You were
No.
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was a very long-winded way of
Yes,
saying he was wrong. He
yes,
does not like to admit
yes.
that he was wrong.
Now I know.
So why would you so adamantly just moments ago say
Because
yes,
I know that
definitely?
they have the sap, and that's what I was confused about.
No, you don't. You did not know that.
I sure did.
We asked,
Have you
and
seen
you
the
go,
sap?
yes.
I sure did. I know the sap.
You've seen the sap?
Is the sap what's in the drink? No. Butterfly
I hope not.
I'm just asking.
We'll have to look up what butterfly
PA
PEA
is, because it's not. How do you spell PA? PEA?
PEA.
I think that's pronounced P.
I said P.
Oh, but you want to make sure
But
people
I
knew
spelled it
PEA.
PEA,
I thought it was like butterfly, like PEA, like
EAU.
Yeah, similar to that, where it's just a pronunciation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can order that cocktail this weekend?
Indigo Bloom? No, I don't.
I forgot what the name of it was. I'm just stuck on the butterfly P.
I know. No, I am not. I won't be heading over to O Resort and Spa, but I got to make my way over there because when I went and hung out there and had my staycation, I was by the pool. I had so many delicious drinks. It was amazing.
Yeah, that looks so good. And the drinks
And no one was responding to me as I was texting.
carried out.
I was responding to you.
That's how many drinks she carried out.
I got to stay the night there.
I
didn't get
responded to
carried
all
out.
of that. Butterfly pea, by the way, is
Got a stretcher to the poolside and brought her up to the room.
tropical plant famous for its vibrant blue colors or blue flowers that turn purple or pink when mixed with acid.
Oh, maybe that's where the maybe
That's where the
how
color
makes
comes
the
from,
indigo.
bro. The indigo, yeah, it's a rich blue.
Oh,
It's a very rich blue. Yeah, and it's used as a natural food coloring in rice dishes, cocktails, and desserts.
there we go.
Butterfly pea, not to be
This
confused
sounds
with.
this sounds more like
That's what I'm saying.
delicious.
No, they do fancy stuff over there.
They-
Craft.
they do, they
craft
do.
cocktails the way to go. We have a little football tonight. We have a lot of football tonight actually, but on this radio station we'll hear the Dolphins and the Falcons and the homecoming of the homegrown. I would say polarizing son Tua Tagovailoa, who's going to start for the Falcons, and we'll see the Dolphins one last time in this preseason run. Again, that'll be live here on ESPN 106.3 at 6 o'clock. Simultaneously, we'll have our high school game day game of the week for high school football. Mike Rizzo will be on the call. It'll be all streamed on the ESPN South Florida app. That will be Royal Palm hosting Pahokee. a little dance of two teams out west. And, of course, this weekend, again, college football opens up officially. So we'll have a lot of action there. When you think of a lot of action happening, you think of a place that you can go where you can catch all the action on 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe even up to like 80 screens. Duffy Sports Grill. Duffy'sMVP.com. That's the website. Tap it in. See where it takes you. It's going to take you to a wonderful land of deliciousness. Well, you can't taste the menu through the website, but you can at least see what you would get, and then you go to the Duffy's nearest you, and then you order it, especially if you're trying to get a power play. Power play is simple. $13.99. $13.99. What do you get, Theo? I'll tell you. You get an entree, you get a side, you get a drink. That entree is spectacular because it's so many different things you can do. Very versatile entree. It's like a 5-tool player in baseball, the entree. You can do the chicken tenders. You can do chicken wings. You can do made-to-order burgers. Those chicken wings, you can get tossed in your favorite sauce. You can do sandwiches. Like, this isn't just something you do for lunch. This could be a dinner move. It could be I'm watching games this weekend at a Duffy's move. Let's just say the power play is the right move, and it's $13.99. Entree, side, and a drink. Anytime, any place. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day as well at Duffy Sports Grill. Tap in with the good people because they want to take care of you. Duffy'sMVP.com. Duffy'sMVP.com. Type it in. Start tracking your rewards today and go to the great place that has great food, cold drinks, and wall-to-wall sports. Duffy'sMVP.com. At Duffy's, our game is always on. The San Francisco 49ers game is definitively not on. They have scandals galore this year. They have a running list of things that went wrong. If there's any team that wishes they could take the little Men in Black little flashlight thing and then buzz it and zap everybody's memory. Remember that
Yes.
thing? What do they call it? It's like it looked like a pin, and Will
From
Smith
Men in Black?
pulled it
Yes.
out of his jacket, and then he pressed the button, and then go, and then people forget things. Remember what that was called?
Good movie.
Do you know what it's called, Colin?
No.
Okay.
Good movie,
At
though.
least he didn't lie this time.
He didn't.
Like with the urination of
I don't lie.
butterflies. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. We can run that back. Mr. Butterflies P.
I don't lie. I don't lie. I'm not a liar.
The Niners wish they can just flash people's memory right now because there's a horde of scandals. And the next one that we're going to discuss here on the other side involves being catfished. In fact, dozens of women being catfished in a unthinkable way. So we'll address that on the other side. That is Tina Costanza. It's your boy Colin Russo over there. And it's Theo Dorsey. It's a Feel Good Friday on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Plus tax title and includes $12.95 dealer fee and $5.49 electronic filing fee with approved credit, 36 months, 15% of MSRP due at signing, 7,500 miles per year, 0 security. Financing for a limited term ends 8/31/26.
Go to Greco, go to Greco. Go for up to $15,000 off new Mazdas. It's the summer of savings at Greco Mazda. We're building a brand new dealership and giving you more to move sales event savings on over 240 new Mazdas. Like all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off MSRP. A new 2026 Mazda 3 2.5S Select Sedan, lease for only $199 a month. And new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Select All-Wheel Drives, lease for just $259 a month. Or buy both with available 0% APR financing. Don't miss the summer of savings with all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off. Mazda 3s, $199, and Mazda CX-5s, $259. Greco Mazda of Delray Beach on Federal Highway just south of Linton. Or visit GrecoDelrayMazda.com.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Come on in. New customers can bet $5 and get $100 in bonus bets.
Thanks.
And welcome back returning customers. You can also bet $5 and get $100 in bonus bets.
Yes.
What about John Daly? I never left.
It doesn't matter if you're a new customer, a returning customer, or you never left like John Daly. Everybody gets bonus bets.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Payable on bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Every dream begins with a hope for something better. At Flagler Credit Union, we're here to help turn those dreams into reality by investing in families, in neighbors, in our community. Because to us, it's never just about banking, it's about people. Whether you're dreaming of a new car, a home, your child's education, or a well-earned retirement, Flagler Credit Union is here for you. Flagler Credit Union, fulfilling dreams through better banking. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
2026 Florida football tickets are on sale now. Don't miss any of the 6 home games, including the home debut of Coach John Summerall on September 5th versus FAU. Homecoming on October 10th against the South Carolina Gamecocks. And don't miss the annual Saluting Those Who Serve game this year against the Oklahoma Sooners on November 7th. Visit FloridaGators.com and secure your seat for all of the action only in the Swamp.
Calling all college football fans. Join the Palm Beach Zoo tomorrow, Saturday, August 29th, for their Wild Night Out series, Tails and Touchdowns. The action starts at 7 p.m. Watch Florida State take the field on the big screen, tailgate, and enjoy the wild side of the game. Live music from Whiskey 6 will also be playing throughout the evening. Brought to you through the Palm Beach Zoo's conservation partners at Dade County Federal Credit Union. Must be 21 plus to attend. Get your tickets today at palmbeachzoo.org.
Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, and I'm here to talk about printing. Banyan Printing and Signs is ESPN West Palm's official print partner, and they are nothing short of amazing. Their quality is top-notch, their turnaround time is quick, and their team is helpful, which makes a huge difference. For over 10 years, ESPN West Palm has trusted Banyan Printing with our brand, so if you're looking for a printing partner, they are the best. You can find them online at banyanonline.com or give them a call at 561-586-6220.
Don't miss Russo and Rizzo.
Christopher Mad Dog Russo joining us now on Russo and Rizzo.
I hear the temperatures are nice and cool. What's going on with
Wow.
that?
I got high school football tonight. I was at Vero Beach last Friday in a press box with no AC. It was 94 degrees in the press box. I was sweating like Patrick Ewing in the fourth quarter. And, you know, I'm from the north, man. It's been hot down here.
What are you taking video of the JV football? Is that what you're doing at 8 o'clock at night on a Friday?
It's Russo and Rizzo, weekdays at 4, here on ESPN 106.3.
Big summer flavor is waiting at DQ Grill and Chill. Right now, enjoy the perfect $7 meal deal. 3-piece chicken strips, fries, medium drink, and a sundae, all for just $7. And for $2 more, you can upgrade to the new DQ Blizzard of the Month. Nestle drumstick with peanuts. Bite into choco-covered drumstick pieces, plus peanuts blended into DQ's world-famous soft serve. It's the perfect crunchy and creamy treat all in one. And it's only at DQ Grill and Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Yeah, man. We are ripping and rolling here on a Feel Good Football Friday. To those of you watching us on the stream at ESPN South Florida, I apologize for the way my shorts are riding up. I too am uncomfortable with it. So I will never again wear shorts.
Second time this week you're wearing shorts.
I know. It's because I have to go out into this heat.
You threw me off, and I said it to you today. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Shorts?
I know.
I'm like, I like the fit, but I was like, I'm not used to you being in shorts. It is hot out.
It's hot out. So I actually had to go out and buy like a bunch of new pairs of shorts because I didn't have any shorts that I like to keep in the rotation anymore. It was time for a re-up. And
what is a re-up to you? How often?
Oh, I barely ever buy clothes. My wife usually buys clothes sporadically here, but I haven't bought clothes for myself like this probably in like 3 or 4 years.
All right, I can live with that.
Unless I randomly am out of town and I walk into a Zara and get something. But I've never I went online and I bought like 8 items. It was an intentional pull. And 3 of those items were shorts, which are going to be in the rotation. But no longer will I wear shorts on the stream because when I sit, up like this, and we got these new beautiful cameras that were installed a couple of months ago, and
Clear.
I am so grateful for these cameras. They follow you everywhere. Issue is they also just get the full picture. They get everything. So as I sit here right now, you're looking on the stream at ESPN South Florida, you can't really see where my shorts end. But they kind of end about where you see them. And once I move at all, if I stand up or anything like that, and the camera goes down and shows, it's just too much thighs. I don't like my thighs being out.
A lot of thigh.
I don't like, showing legs, So, especially not on the stream. It's just not my thing. Not showing legs out here. You look disgusted, Colin.
You go, I don't like showing thigh, and Tina is ad-libbing the conversation. Just goes, lot of thigh.
Lot of thigh.
Like, turns into the Migos
That
over
is
here.
very strange.
Like an episode of Boondocks. Y'all want to hop on the get around? That'd be fun. The get around today is brought to us by, I don't want to call it the illustrious because that's my alma mater, Hampton University. Let's call it the prestigious Kaiser University.
They are. It's a busy weekend for Kaiser Athletics.
Darn Skippy.
Kaiser Volleyball heads to Bowling Green, Kentucky for the Vet City Classic with 4 matches today and tomorrow. And right here in West Palm Beach on Saturday, number 16 men's soccer hosts Xavier at 11 a.m., followed by number 1 Kaiser women's soccer taking on Carroll at 1:30 p.m. Kaiser Athletics is home to more than 800 student athletes across 27 sports and has earned an incredible 31 national championships. Keep up with all things Kaiser Athletics at KUCHawks.com. Kaiser football will be starting up soon. Mark your calendars. Get out to a game. KUCHawks.com.
Okay, we'll jump on the get around. Let's tread lightly. It's some very touch and go topics here.
Next stop.
Let's start in Bristol, Connecticut.
Nice.
How about this? Fantasy football is officially its own Hall of Fame. ESPN named Randy Moss its first player inductee, and Jamal Charles' ridiculous 5-touchdown, 59.5-point performance in 2013 as its first legendary moment. Theo, who's the one fantasy football player you'll always love or hate because of what they did for your team?
I love the peak Christian McCaffrey seasons. I've got done dirty by a lot of different players. Like I was on the wrong side of the Alvin Kamara 6-touchdown game one year. I was on the wrong
against the Packers, right?
I believe so. I don't remember who it was against. I mean, it was against the youth football team. Apparently, it kept ending up in the end zone. The CeeDee Lamb had a game like that. The one game I'll never forget. I had a fantasy football championship wrapped up. This was 2019, the Lamar Jackson MVP season. I had Lamar and Christian McCaffrey. If you go back and look, they had astronomical years that year. My team was stacked. And I made it like to the semifinal. And it was like late December, and there was a random Giants v. Commanders game, 2019. And the Giants had this lowly quarterback out of Duke by the name of Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones had maybe started like 4 or 5 NFL games to that point. And he gets under center for the Giants. And he scores a touchdown early on. I'm like, oh, okay, looks like he's this guy's going to make up some ground on me. By the way, on my side, Lamar Jackson's sitting out because they already got the season wrapped up. So no Lamar for me this week. This guy has Daniel Jones in the playoffs. Then I think he threw another touchdown in the first half. I said, ooh, 14 points or so from Daniel Jones. That's going to hurt. Daniel Jones went on to have a career day. 5 touchdown throws. 5 touchdowns in one game. He's never had a game like it since. I didn't even know who the hell Daniel Jones was. And now he's remained in my lexicon, and now he's exactly back relevant again with the Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones, I will never forgive him for what he did to my 2019 should-have-been fantasy championship team. And he should go into the Hall of Shame for that.
He's in the Cutie Patootie group.
He is.
Daniel Jones, yeah.
Did you know Olivia Miles, the WNBA player Olivia Miles, people have been calling her a cutie patootie?
Yes, you sent me that.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's adorable. So there's 2 NFL quarterbacks and Olivia Miles.
Yes.
Any other cutie patooties?
Cutie, like, you think he's cute?
She doesn't just think he's cute, Colin. What the hell?
There's
He looks like a guy. He looks like one of the guys from Wallace and Gromit. You know what I'm talking about? You see the vision?
I don't know what Wallace and Gromit is.
You know what Wallace and Gromit, the animated thing, the animated movies?
No.
You don't know that?
No. What channel? Cartoon Network?
We should lie and say we do.
Yeah, we do. We know.
Wallace and Gromit? You never saw Wallace and Gromit?
Maybe I've seen it, but I don't know
it's
about
from
name.
like 2005.
What does it look like? Give me
It's
anything
like sort of like the clay-like animation. You ever see Chicken Run?
Yeah, I did see. I've seen.
So
Chicken
it's the
Run.
same type of animation style. You're following?
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
with me?
Very, yeah. Okay.
So it's like Chicken Run, but it's with Wallace and Gromit instead.
Like Waldo or something. Waldo-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like this old farmer guy. I don't know. Daniel Jones just looks like he'd be a character in one of those animated movies.
Or he could be like Amish. Yeah.
Or he could be.
What? Well, with a haircut.
Let's go to Los Angeles. The Rams just bought back Tutu Atwell in a trade with the Dolphins, immediately raising questions about whether they're preparing for the possibility of Puka Nacua missing time. Sean McVay insists the move has, quote, nothing to do with potential Nacua suspension and says they're simply wanting more speed and depth at receiver. Theo, do you believe Sean McVay? Does this trade tell us the Rams know something we do not?
Yeah, I don't believe him. He's a liar, and I think that Nacua could be facing a suspension. He also does like Tutu Atwell as a former player. With this, I'm more inquiring
He's
about.
He's a Louisville kid, right? I believe.
Yeah, Louisville.
Whatever, man.
He refuses to say it right.
It's
Tina.
Louisville.
He refuses to say it right. Louisville. It's like Norfolk. You gotta say Norfolk.
Is Louisville on
Not
the list
Norfolk.
of places you'd let West Palm burn down defending?
I would definitively not. I would let that place burn down. Now Lexington, Kentucky, on the other hand, I might save. Have you been on that bourbon trail? By the way, concerned that the Dolphins felt like they needed another running back. By the way, that was kind of a random pull.
Dolphins need a whole lot more,
right? But the fact that they went out and traded for Jarquez Hunter, a fourth running back, I'm like, what's going on over
we
there?
got bigger problems.
What do we know?
Here.
What do we know?
You just replaced a door when the house is burning down.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Clint Kubiak still refuses to name the Raiders' Week 1 starting quarterback.
Dare he?
Thursday night may have been the decision for him. Kirk Cousins was steady with the starters, while number 1 pick Fernando Mendoza struggled. Afterward, Kubiak admitted the rookie could use another 3 or so preseason games to develop. Theo, if Mendoza clearly isn't ready, should Kubiak just name Kirk Cousins the starter?
Yeah, might as well. They've all but named Kirk Cousins the starter. They just haven't said it, which is weird, and it makes no sense to me. But I still do believe that Mendoza should start Week 1, and he should start the entire preseason. No interception will faze me. No interception will faze him. He bounces back well, and he deserves to start because he is the better quarterback, and they have the most to gain from him getting those real-life reps. We've run out of things to talk about, clearly, in sports media. I was looking up on the screen here at College Football Live, and the question was, which college football coach most needs to make the 12-team playoff? I'm like, all of them? They would all like to do that. What are we doing?
Anybody who hasn't made it probably needs to.
We're running out of things to this is why we need the real football games to happen. We're running out of things to discuss. We're sitting here talking about the Raiders quarterback battle, and they're talking about what college football coach wants to make the 12-team playoff. By the way, if I had to answer that question, I would say Lane Kiffin. He would benefit the most from it, you know? If they miss the playoffs, a lot to do with nothing out there in Baton Rouge. Are we not feeling that? I thought that y'all would. You're anti-Lane Kiffin. Don't you think that he should have that kind of pressure behind him, or are you just?
If I'm going to throw one out
face
there,
of college football.
Tennessee, Josh Heupel can use it. Tennessee could use it.
Yeah,
they pay him a lot of money. They put a lot of money into that team.
It's Tennessee though.
He makes a lot. You should see how much money they put into the team and how much money he's making. They haven't done anything. And that's a team that makes a lot, that puts a lot of money into the athletic program.
Man, when they beat Bama the other year and they tore the city down.
That was the Hendon Hooker year.
Hendon Hooker. That was like what?
Jalen Hyatt.
Ago?
Yeah, it was 2023.
I thought it was up from there.
It was one of the Milroe teams. Yeah, right.
I thought it was up.
Heupel is somebody that I think could really benefit. One of those lackluster SEC teams that has always been up in the upper half, but has never been in the top 4.
Man, Mike Norvell could really benefit from that. You know.
Next up.
Let's see what's going on in San Francisco. Federal authority says a man spent years pretending to be a San Francisco 49er player on dating apps, complete with team gear, luxury cars, and an Instagram page convincing enough that even some internet searches identified him as an NFL player. Prosecutors say he and an accomplice allegedly used a fake identity to scam at least 26 women out of $1.3 million. A
lot of money.
Theo, how long into dating somebody who claims that they're an NFL player before you Google the roster? Theo, how long would you wait when you're dating somebody who's an NFL player? Would you wait to Google the roster?
Well, I'd probably be Googling some other things first if I was dating an NFL player, as I would be a little bit conflicted and confused as to how I got there.
So what, a couple dates before you look up the roster?
Before the first date.
I probably would turn Madden on and
that's how you check. Like, you go through the depth chart.
I'll be like, well, I'm sorting by name here, and I'm not quite seeing.
Maybe he's on the practice squad. Maybe he's on IR.
Yeah, this is both hilarious, but also I don't want to undermine the fact that this is also an incredibly invasive and ridiculous story because there's like 28. I think they said like up to 28 women that he impacted in this, and it's not just
26.
that he was. 26. It's not that she's doing Deshaun Watson numbers. It's not just that he was funneling money from these women, which sucks. He was faking them into like, saying I have these great investment opportunities. I make a lot of money. You should join in with me. Send me this money and I'll make you rich. So he was luring them in with that. And he was flexing like he was a investment real estate guy and an NFL player. The other part of this, he had romantic relationships with these women. Like he was,
like
not
really
just
dating them.
He wasn't just cashing checks. He was also, doing some, doing the dirty with them. And just imagine that. Imagine that. Like you're dating a dude genuinely. What? I don't say doing the dirt. What do y'all kids say? Knocking the boots?
No.
Knocking the boots. He was.
He said it during the break. I don't know if we should.
He wasn't just cutting checks. He was. Out.
Yep.
1.3 million divided by 26 is 50,000 a head. He's getting 50 grand from these women.
I hope those women were satisfied, at least in the meantime.
50 grand?
Hope it was worth it.
What is he? What woman is giving out 50 grand?
See, but that's the thing. He had to have been finessing older women because he's not getting younger chicks.
No, they don't have the money like that to shell out.
And also, he got caught in Boise.
You're giving me money.
Right. I wonder if he was taking the money from these older women and using it to spend on the younger women to, he was like almost like a, what do you call those things? Pyramid scheme? No, it's
Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi scheme. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. In this case, he's robbing Brenda to pay, what's a young girl named? Tina.
Okay.
Is Brenda an older girl name? There's a Brenda out there that just got offended,
Yeah.
Sorry about that,
Well,
Brenda.
you've offended all older women because
Barb.
you
No,
said...
that's a...
Steph? Did you say Steph?
I'm thinking of like...
We're just going downhill.
This went terrible.
My name is Theo Dorsey, by the way.
There's no way to go from here.
$50,000 per person. I just got to wonder.
$50K a hit.
What are you getting from them? Like, what are you promising them in terms of an investment opportunity? You're getting 50 grand a head.
He was showing them like these investment vehicles, these cars that he was saying he was making money off of. He was just selling them a bunch of pipe dreams. And the weirdest part about it was the fact that he was outwardly flexing that he was a 49ers player by doing things like holding a 49ers football helmet on the beach in his hand. Like that looks like a guy posing like a 49. It don't look like a 49ers
never
player.
In a million years invest into a stranger. Never.
Well, he's not
this
a stranger.
Is their lover.
They're doing stranger things together. So at some point you can be,
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
I finally got one of them landed. At some point.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, geez.
A little hypnotized, I'm just saying, like
I would never fall for it.
Thank you. Thank you, Colin. But it's easy for you to say. You're not like because think about it. He's probably, hitting up middle-aged women in Boise, Idaho, who are making a lot of money and like this attention from this young NFL player who's really fancy looking online. And look at that. He's holding the helmet in front of the car.
Like, where are they meeting? Is it like dating apps? Like what?
This dude was going city to city. Apparently, he fooled like women in 5 different states.
Wow.
They caught him in Boise. I got to keep going back to this. Who the hell lives in Boise? Who was he after in Boise?
Underrated city. The home of the big sky.
Who was he after in Boise? Ashton Genty's mom? Who's in Boise?
What's in Boise? Weber State's, I think. Boise, no?
I mean, woo.
Who?
I said woo. You
Right.
said whatever, yeah.
I think you got to go to a place like Boise to kind of, pull the skin over people's eyes. Well, no disrespect to Boise. I'm just saying, small town.
What's the worst investment you've ever made?
There was this. Well, that was illegal, so I can't say that one on the air.
Let me call somebody real quick.
Worst investment I've ever made,
officer.
I haven't made. I'm a very savvy investor. Outside of that one experience.
All right. Wow.
Yeah. Outside of that one experience, it was high school. I'm sure the statute of limitations will save me, but I'm also embarrassed by the investment. So
fair enough.
Yeah. It wasn't
You invested something heavily in high school?
Yeah. I used to get bread in high school, dog. I was moving some stuff. Not what? Not that kind of stuff. Not that kind of stuff. It was candy and of the sorts. I used to move like never mind. There was some counterpart.
I think I saw a movie about this once.
There was some counterfeit. I was on some Leo DiCaprio. What was that movie
Catch
called?
Me If You Can?
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can. No, I wasn't.
Frank Abagnale?
Frank Abagnale. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Good movie.
I was at one point I was moving these counterfeit luxury goods. We'll leave it at that.
Next stop.
Where'd you get him? Did you have a guy? Where'd you get him? Did you have a guy? Where'd you get him?
I got him from East Palestine, Ohio.
Speaking of Ohio, how about Cleveland, Ohio? Deshaun Watson.
I had to restart the music. We ran out of Digital Underground.
Okay.
Sorry.
I need a new jacket. You got something for me?
I specialized in belts and backpacks.
Belts and backpacks. Yeah. Oh, God, some poor sophomore in high school getting a fake Gucci belt.
My customers were satisfied.
From Theo Dorsey, $500 a belt.
My customers were satisfied.
What a waste. You ever get burned?
Of course I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I got ran off a couple times. One time I got scammed in the midst of a scam. I got Western Union.
So you were scamming somebody and they scammed you back, and then all of a sudden you're the guy who got scammed?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Got caught in the scam loop.
They call that justice.
I was just trying to make some bread. I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Guy with a cape's going to come out of the shadows and start beating you to a pulp.
Oh my gosh. It was a good time. It was good times, man. I was moving.
How about this? Deshaun Watson got booed. Shedeur Sanders got named the backup. But quarterback 3, Dylan Gabriel, went out there threw 3 touchdowns in one half. Theo, do the Browns actually know who their best quarterback is?
No, they don't. They don't. Because you know who I think their best quarterback is? Quarterback 4. Taylon Green.
Good athlete.
Taylon Green out of Arkansas. You know, if we're talking about ceilings, I'm going to pick not the guy that's 5'10", left-handed. I'm not going to pick the guy who is who's with 25 allegations and all kind of things on his mind and the crowd hates him. Definitely not also going to pick the guy who is confident as all get out, but has had a lot of opportunities to prove himself, and I've yet to see a guy that looks like a starting NFL franchise, quarterback. I'm going to pick the best athlete in the room. Taylon Green might be the best dude out there, and we really haven't seen enough from him to count on that. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. Taylon Green going to be the most productive Brown quarterback once they give him an opportunity. You're darn Skippy. You heard it here first on Theoretically Speaking. You know who else likes that? Mike Tannenbaum. I will say he doesn't get them all right. He did give Mac Jones a dark horse MVP nod one year. So doesn't get him all right. But then again, Mac Jones is a good quarterback, man. He might be a starter next year as well. I want to put some music back on. There we go. Have you ever been catfished? Have you ever been catfished? Hit us on the Baptist Health Hotline and please tell us your story. 888-760-3776. Jed York, owner of the Niners, he got pseudo catfished. He really got caught up in a federal ring. Did you know how he got caught?
I think he knew what he was buying.
No. But it was never there.
It was a sting.
It was a
sting. Yeah, I follow.
So apparently he replied to this ad like 3 different times. He was desperate for that East Palestine. And he got arrested for it. So Jed York, in a way, got catfished. This fake 49ers player catfished a bunch of people. And I'm curious if anybody out there has a catfishing story that they would be comfortable telling.
Someone was pretending to be me.
Did they hit you up or they hit other people up as you?
They were hitting other people up. Like they were pretending me to be, yeah.
Were they using your name or just your pictures?
My name and pictures, but my name was spelled different.
Ah. So that
what were they asking for? Money?
No, they were pretending to be me on like a dating app.
Oh, and then what? When somebody like swiped with them and then connected with them, what?
So someone, one of my best friends, like her husband's friend, reached out to her and was like, "Oh, I saw your friend Christina on this app. Like, I thought she was with someone." She was like, "She is with someone."
Oh, and this is your cover story for why you were on the dating app when you were with somebody.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
It.
Yeah,
I get it. It was like, no, I'm being catfished. That ain't me. That's a great line by Tina. That's really good. That's smart.
I would never.
It's good basketball.
That's smart. that's ethical hoops right there. Unethical, but ethical at the same time. 888-760-3776. The Baptist Health Hotline is open. We'll take your catfishing calls on the other side. That is Tina. That is Colin. It's your boy Theo. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Big summer flavor is waiting at DQ Grill and Chill. Right now, enjoy the perfect $7 meal deal. 3-piece chicken strips, fries, medium drink, and a sundae, all for just $7. And for $2 more, you can upgrade to the new DQ Blizzard of the Month. Nestle drumstick with peanuts. Bite into choco-covered drumstick pieces, plus peanuts blended into DQ's world-famous soft serve. It's the perfect crunchy and creamy treat all in one. And it's only at DQ Grill and Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Well.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it is time to make your well water swell water. And you can do that with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. So right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month. $10 a month for your first 3 months.
Hey, Culligan Man!
They service all of South Florida since 1936. Since 1936, been servicing all of South Florida. So schedule your free water test today. See what's in your water. It's some of the worst water in all of the United States right here in Florida. So Culligan can help prevent that. Culligan.com. Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Tap in with the good people. Get your water right, man. Get your water right. Get your mind right. Theoretically speaking, it's a feel-good football Friday. We got Dolphins after Russo and Rizzo today as they host the Falcons. College football opens up tomorrow. It is an exciting time here in the sports world. It's also an exciting time here in good karma sports world.
See what I did there?
This
so it
is
used to be Good Karma
unbelievable.
Brands.
Low
and now
MBO
we're Good
numbers,
Karma
numbers
Sports,
terrible
but you played the
MC.
video early.
This
Colin,
is-
you jumped
this
the
is
gun. Colin? Okay, he's excited to play this video.
He's very excited.
My mistake.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Is the video revved up? Is it prepped? Ready to go? Audio up and everything? Because we're going to play it on the radio. Okay, so without further ado, this whole transition we did, Good Karma Brands, 29 years. Now we're Good Karma Sports. And in favor of the new rebrand, Good Karma Sports, as we lean in on our identity here as a company, we had Good Karma Sports Week. And part of Good Karma Sports Week was every single office across the nation. ESPN West Palm, Beaver Dam, Milwaukee, L.A., New York. Everybody made these theatrical ventures, if you call it, these videos.
You had to
renditions.
Yes, you had to make a 29 on
29
the dot
second
video of like your favorite sports movie scene.
Okay. And ESPN West Palms was directed by
Colin Russo.
Okay. It felt awkward saying your own name. That's why we tell you not to talk in third person. All right. And the video that y'all put out is our EDS coolest moment of the week.
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
You want to set it up, Director Colin?
He's never been so excited for a coolest moment of the week.
You got to win something, you know?
We won nothing. We were in second place.
You don't know if you were in second place.
We were in second place.
How do you know?
Because it's a voting system.
Oh, okay.
And we were second place. A joke of a video beat us out.
Stop
out of Beaver Dam.
saying that.
This is getting clipped, by the way.
Stop saying that.
It's fine. It's my opinion. Most of the other videos, I didn't see all of them. I saw ESPN Milwaukee's. ESPN Milwaukee's was horrible. It was.
This is good. This is going off the rails.
This
is supposed to be the
Horrible.
EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing
Off the rails.
coolest moment of the week. Huh? Oh, this is the whole hour?
Yeah.
So
I
we
heard
had
a
to
little
do a
bit.
rendition of Herb Brooks talking to Robert Clennahan in the Miracle movie when he tells him he's got a bruise on the leg that's a hell of a long way from the heart. Terrific scene in the second period of the Sweden game. How about we take a listen?
This is unbelievable. Low MBO numbers, terrible MC meetings. What's wrong? We play. That's right. Good calling my game. What's wrong with you? He lost a couple of teammates. That'd be okay. You know what? That's fine. Who's gonna like the hell away from the heart? The hell is you calling me? You want me to go to sports? Shut up, people. Go to sports team. Let's go. Get over.
Sounded like your average day on Russo and Rizzo. Honestly, it's pretty good. Now, was you and Mike Rizzo?
No. Okay,
It
be
was.
honest with me. Polygraph set up. Is that deserved to win? Yes or no?
That is.
Theo
Come
hasn't
on.
watched all the videos.
That did win. Our
You
EDS
saw-
Air
you
Conditioning and
saw-
Plumbing coolest moment of the week.
It sure did win that.
Yeah.
You saw the Beaver Dam video. Did it deserve to win over the Beaver Dam video?
Theo,
Clearly
don't.
not. Beaver Dam earned it. Are you trying to tell me
Yes.
that Beaver Dam didn't earn this?
Yes.
Are you trying to retroactively pull away the award that Beaver Dam won over y'all?
You want to know what's funny?
It was a people's vote. It's a people's vote. You saying the refs cheated?
In a way.
You're Mr. The refs don't ever cheat, though. That's your whole thing.
No, the refs do cheat.
When you're on the other side of it?
No, when, you know.
You know what, Colin? You know what? What do you have to say?
We
you got
deserve
45 seconds
We
to say it.
deserve to win that. We deserve to win that. That's all I'm saying.
Why?
Why? What? Did you watch it? It was
Who was
excellent.
the camera person? Who was the camera person? Shout to
Intern Madison.
Intern Madison. Shout to Intern Madison. She did great.
How about intern Carson as the assistant coach on the way out?
That was great.
Yes.
That was a
Made
great
the
night.
video.
That was probably one of the better.
I thoroughly agree.
If we're talking about what do you call them? Supporting actors.
Yeah.
That guys. That
had his moment.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I do think that was a masterpiece that y'all created. But it was just second to Beaver Dam. Everybody can't win. There can only be one winner. Sports is a zero-sum game, and Good Karma Sports is going up. And don't call us GKS. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy.
Plus tax title and includes $12.95 dealer fee and $5.49 electronic filing fee with approved credit, 36 months, 15% of MSRP due at signing, 7,500 miles per year, zero security. Financing for a limited term ends 8/31/26.
Go Go for up to $15,000 off new Mazdas. It's the summer of savings at Greco Mazda. We're building a brand new dealership and giving you more to move sales event savings on over 240 new Mazdas. Like all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off MSRP. A new 2026 Mazda 3 2.5S Select Sedan, lease for only $199 a month. And new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Select all-wheel drives, lease for just $259 a month. Or buy both with available 0% APR financing. Don't miss the summer of savings with all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off. Mazda 3s, $199, and Mazda CX-5s, $259. Greco Mazda of Delray Beach on Federal Highway just south of Linton. Or visit GrecoDelrayMazda.com.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet, the home of Inter Miami, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat, with all of the biggest live events in sports. If it's happening in sports, it's happening right here on ESPN 106.3, South Florida's home for sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Every dream begins with a hope for something better. At Flagler Credit Union, we're here to help turn those dreams into reality by investing in families, in neighbors, in our community. Because to us, it's never just about banking, it's about people. Whether you're dreaming of a new car, a home, your child's education, or a well-earned retirement, Flagler Credit Union is here for you. Flagler Credit Union, fulfilling dreams through better banking. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma sports radio station.
Marlins fans, don't miss the Fight and Fish in action when the Mets come to town. September 7th through the 9th. Enjoy Marlins baseball plus score can't-miss deals for the whole family. Like 4 for $44 presented by Pepsi. And get 4 tickets, hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks for only $44. Or 2 for $25 to get 2 tickets with 2 canned beers. Plus $1 kids tickets. Head to Lone Depot Park for a fun outing for the whole family. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Mansour's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Mansour's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
It's our ESPN West Palm High School Matchups of the Week, presented by South Florida Ford. What do we have in store this week? Well, we got a tale of top fives that are going to be going head-to-head. We got number 4 Atlantic going up north on the road to number 2 Vero Beach. Atlantic coming off a good win, and Vero looking to put their stamp on Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. We got number 6 John Carroll. They go all the way out to the Muck to take on Glade Central. Glade Central looking to respond after a tough loss to Palm Beach Central last week. They're looking to get a win in the win column in the early part of this year. Number 3, Cardinal Newman. They're going all the way to Sarasota, taking on Cardinal Mooney. This is a tale of 2 state champs. The Cardinal Mooney team won the defending 2A state champs. So you're going to have a head-to-head there with one of the top 5 teams in our ESPN West Palm High School rankings. We also have Palm Beach Gardens going on the road, taking on number 8 Jupiter. Should be a good one. Football players are built tough, and your truck should be too. Head into your local Ford dealer or visit Ford.com/local.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSIsyes.com today.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Ball into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
We are here. We have made it, for the most part, into week 0 of college football. It's come to my attention that perhaps this is the last year we will have week 0, with potentially scheduling changes happening, being voted upon the FBS right now. It is Colin Russo. It is Mike Rizzo. We got Elias Bustamante behind the glass today. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3, where we got you up until 6 p.m. today. Mike is going to be skedaddling at 5. He's going to be heading on to Royal Palm Pahokee, which you could watch and stream tonight on ESPN West Palm on YouTube and ESPN Top 63 on Twitter. And all these spots, you'll see highlights, updates, scoreboard updates all throughout the night. And Mike will be on the call, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be at 6:30. That kick is going to be. So we'll be all throughout it. It's that Friday night again. And we also have college football tomorrow, which everybody's excited for in some capacity, despite if you're into North Carolina, TCU, or you're not. Or if you're into something like, NC State, Virginia, Hawaii, and Hawaii and Stanford, all that action is going to be on throughout the weekend. So sign me up for any football. We had some FCS action yesterday. The U.S. Open in tennis is starting on Sunday. I know Mike's looking forward to that.
Pay wallet.
All right. And we got some action on baseball. You got a very good baseball weekend up ahead. You got 4 with Yankees, Red Sox. Which is going to be a doubleheader on Saturday. A lot of good divisional races and wild card races winding down. So a lot of things to look forward to. Mike, how are you today? Get your new Jeremiah Smith jersey?
Oh, man. I walked, so I was upset because it was supposed to come at 10 a.m. It didn't come. I went, I worked out, because we got the game tonight. I made sure I got it in before tonight. And as I was walking out at about 12:45 today to go to work, I saw the package, and I'm like, gotta wear it. So I'm going to wear it every Friday, and I know it's going to drive everyone crazy, but every Friday I'm going to wear some gear for Football Friday, and it's a Jeremiah Smith jersey for this year. So you like it, though. You like the jersey.
I have no problem with the jersey. It looks nice. Looks
sleek. I'm not. Listen, you're not.
You should get some football pads so you can wear it with the jersey.
So for those of you that don't know what he's alluding to, I was going to get like a game one where, the ones
really
that you put over the pads. Yeah. No, I'm happy I didn't. This is good. And I wanted to get the Chase logo because they're going to have the Chase logo on the jersey.
Which is the dumbest thing to ask for if you're looking for a jersey is the embroidered patch. That's a waste of time.
And it's funny because I'm a soccer fan, a world football fan. All of our jerseys have the
NBA the same way, yeah.
So, like, you know, I'm like, all right, I got to try to figure it out. And Colin, the people I was calling at the bookstore and the team shop, they're like, what do you want? They didn't understand what I wanted. But this is great. It's perfect. And I'm ready to go. Colin, you told me before the show we're going to be making some picks today, doing some stuff. I'm ready to go for a little college football
Next
today.
segment, Mike and I are going to give our official predictions since there could be teams that are potentially in the playoff mix. Who knows? This time in just about 3 months, we're going to give our playoff predictions. We're going to give our Heisman predictions. We're going to give our champion predictions and our conference champion predictions. That's going to be on the next segment, so stay tuned for that. College football, I know this is sort of cheating since it's week 0, but I officially count week 0 as the start of the season.
I do too. Bill Belichick still has a chance at the national championship tomorrow. You know, noon will kick off, and that'll probably be down the wayside.
Be the end of it. Yeah,
that'll be the end of it. But every team, it's the best time right now because every team has a chance to win a national title.
Right. And it should be a good one. So I'm looking forward to
you mentioned you said they were going to get rid of it. I didn't see this.
So the FBS was making votes about the season start time. And I don't know, again, they make rulings and who knows. But, quote, the FBS Oversight Committee has announced changes to the 2027 college football calendar, which includes the season moving up to start on week 0. Spring practices now have OTA periods, yada, yada, yada. The January transfer portal moves to 10 days. It sounds like it's proposals, but it sounds like they're wanting to vote it in.
Okay.
I think they voted in as a committee, and then they send it in for an official proposal. I don't know why. It seems like coaches are in favor of this, moving the calendar up a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on that because they want a shortened transfer window, which I think is a good thing. And then I think they want the Saturday following the Thanksgiving to be the conclusion, but they want to add an extra bye week. I think that's what it is.
Well, they need to fix the schedule. Whatever fixes the schedule, I'm all for it. I mean, the fact that the portal is opening when it does, when teams are in the college football playoff and even bowl games, it's an issue. So however they want to fix that, if week 0 has to die in order to fix that, I'm all for it. I think the college season should probably start this weekend. That's where I'm at.
So Clark Lee
it should start this weekend.
Clark Lee, who's the head coach at Vanderbilt, he's the president of this committee. He's the one who's spearheading a lot of this. It still needs to pass, but they want week 0 to officially be week 1. So, for example, the Clemson LSU game would be tomorrow night instead of next weekend, which I have no problem for. I'm not sure if the college football loves that because they like having the Labor Day weekend, but hey, if they could get another week without the NFL breathing down their neck, I think they're going to say thank you.
Well, and thankfully they got the big bad wolf off their back after they said.
Well, there's injunctions, Texas injunctions that are, what are they called? Judges saying that NFL players can go back and play for college. So the SEC can't do anything about it.
So the judges are going to ruin everything.
Who knows?
And we're 2 weeks out. They better know. We're a week out. They better know.
Who knows? The bottom line is the NFL made a rule saying, hey, if you go to the NFL and you go back to college, you cannot sign with an NFL team after that. That should be it. There's nothing the judge can do. You can't injunction that. There's nothing you could do with that. No temporary restraining order will allow you to play for that. So good luck getting on the big red machine.
Dude, what? And listen, the judges. What's up with these crooked judges and these rulings?
Well, they get these local guys.
That's insanity.
A College Station, Texas judge, Baton Rouge.
How many times have you seen, a judge ruled in the favor of how much money is that guy getting under the table? Obviously, I'm speculating. I'm not saying judges are
thousands and thousands of dollars.
I'm saying
that.
Okay. But I don't have any information if these judges are making money under the table, allowing these players to play. It's an absolute joke.
It's ridiculous. I thoroughly agree. But I think they want to move up the days. They want 2 bye weeks for these teams during the season, which I actually don't think is necessary.
I hate it.
I'd rather, how about you move everything up and then have the Thanksgiving weekend be conference championship weekend?
If you're a good team, you have 2 bye weeks because you're going to make the 12-team college football playoff and you have a bye week in the season. They already need to shorten the time between a team who has a top 4 seed anyway into the next round. But dude, you think college kids need another bye week? A bye week is a coach's nightmare.
They can't deal with it with college kids.
Nightmare.
NFL teams love it, but not college teams. One thing I will say, selfishly, the conference championship games are destination events. ACC's in Charlotte. The Big Ten's going to be in Indianapolis, yada, yada, yada. I actually like the idea of doing rivalry weekend the week before Thanksgiving because students are still on campus. Keep that in mind. This is something I dealt with when I was at Wisconsin. I never had an opportunity to go to the Madison, Wisconsin, Minnesota game.
Fleck.
The Paul Bunyan Axe Trophy.
You guys won that every year, right?
We lose that majority of the time. But point is, I never got a chance to go to that because unless you're local, driving distance, you can't make it back. So I actually like the idea of that final weekend being the last chance you could have the rivalry weekend, and then you send everybody off in Thanksgiving break. From a student's perspective, that would be my benefit. And also you get conference championship weekend, so if you want to do Thanksgiving, then you got to go to a big city to go see your team instead of a college town, which makes it a little easier in terms of travel.
Hasn't it always been that final weekend? Like, I feel like Ohio State.
You mean
Michigan,
the Thanksgiving? Yes. Yeah, it's always been a staple,
I feel like
but
it's always been the same.
Yeah, move it up a week up. What difference does it make? You gonna care? No.
What? So we're gonna get UTSA the final week of the season. Who are you gonna schedule that week?
No.
12?
I'm saying the whole season
opponent?
moves up and then you'd have conference championship weekend.
I see. So we wouldn't. I see what you're saying. I was. So
when
following.
Mike goes home for Thanksgiving, and then all of a sudden you're in Cleveland. Let's say you don't have anything that Saturday. Instead of trying to get back to Columbus, which is not hard for you.
Yeah.
But instead, you'd be going to Indianapolis to go to a Big Ten championship game. It's a little different.
Actually, sign me up for that.
Right.
Sign me up for that. If it's and I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. If that's what it takes to fix the schedule, sign me up. I can't have 25 days off between a college football game. These are college kids with girlfriends, a party scene. We don't need 25 days off. We do not need.
I'll get the specifics later, but looking ahead to this college football season, how many contenders are there? You don't need to tell me the teams, just roughly. Between what amount of teams can contend to potentially win a national championship this upcoming season? Is there over 5 or 6? Is it around 10? Mike, where do you stand in that matter?
I think it's probably 5 or 6. Realistically, 5 or 6. I mean,
I'm a little higher than that.
You got to give credit to Indiana. Indiana has to be on there. Notre Dame has to be on there. The Buckeyes got to be on there.
Oregon.
What do you think of Miami?
Oregon's got to be on there.
Miami, Oregon, Georgia.
We're already at 5 or 6.
Georgia.
Right, yeah, right. You're already at 5 or 6. You only did one SEC team.
I have my and the reason I
don't want you to share your whole thing yet. We'll do that next.
The reason the cat has my tongue is because I think out of the 12 teams that are going to be making the college football playoff, from the looks of it, I see like 8 or 9, dude. I really do think 8 or 9 teams.
I agree. I think just around 10.
Now that I look at it,
a little under.
I think the top heavy teams, I think 3 or 4 teams are comparatively structured rosterly better than every other team. But how often do we see the best team, according to the roster, not win?
Would you have predicted Indiana last year?
No.
The answer is no.
No. So, but I think the answer to that question is a little loaded for me, and I can't wait to explain it.
Yeah, I think that's the part why I really am into this season for a couple of reasons. Number one, you got a lot of franchise changers that are playing in college football this year. It felt to me like what the college basketball season felt for the NBA. You watch the college basketball season knowing that there's 10 to 15 guys that could really change your franchise at the NBA level because of how good the freshman class was. And that you've begun to see that. Now, I think college football is having that similar year where there's so many, especially at the quarterback position, there are so many franchise-changing offensive players in college football playing on good teams this year. It's going to be must-watch every year, even if you're a fan of a good NFL team, especially a bad NFL team, because you're going to be scouting these guys just as much as the team is.
And a lot of it is, you mentioned quarterback. It's all quarterbacks. I mean, how many teams in the NFL that are going to be bad this year are going to need a starting quarterback? I mean, off the top of your head, you think Cleveland, you think Arizona, with all due respect to Carson Beck, you think of the Jets.
Potentially Minnesota.
Potentially the Dolphins. There are a lot of teams out there that are going to be in the mix for it. And I think there are going to be a lot of uncompetitive NFL teams because of that. I think the Browns in their situation, that's strategic tanking. Starting Watson, having that quarterback room of Watson, Sanders, and Gabriel, and spare me on the 3 touchdowns by doing Gabriel last night. Don't even bother asking me. Okay.
Right.
But that's strategic tanking to me. And I think they realize, to what you mentioned, of the loaded talent pool at that position. Now, something I want to get your answer a little later on. Is this a rich quarterback draft that they're making it out to be?
Remember, we thought last year was.
Are there game-changing franchise quarterbacks in college football this year? I still guess I got to wait and see.
Wait and see, of course.
I think I got to wait.
But if I'm going to sit from the sideline and say, based on hopefully assuming that guys are going to take steps forward from what they were last year, I think yes. I think there are, you said 8 to 9 championship contenders. I think there's 8 to 9 to 10 potential first-round quarterbacks that can rise their way into the right. There's going to be 5 or 6, but there's a chance that you're going to see 10 or 11 guys early on that are going to be vying for a spot in the top 32. And therefore, it's almost from an NFL fan's perspective, it's going to be just as much must watch as it is if you're a fan of a team, because you're just going to be interested to see that. Arch Manning's on a very good team. Dante Moore's on a very good team. Julian Sands on a very good team. Darian Mensah is on a very good team.
Say it.
Who did you think I was going to say?
Levitt.
Sam Levitt is potentially on a good team. Josh Hoover potentially could come out of nowhere. Yeah. He's on a really good team. I mean, right then and there, and that's on Indiana. Alabama with Keelan Russell. I mean, I know he's a year away, but still, that's somebody that could potentially be in the mix.
Gunnar Stockton
at Georgia. So Marcel Reed at A&M. There are so many players that are going to be at big-time schools that are going to be good. So you're going to be judging every little piece of what they do, trying to make sense of, can this guy change a franchise? Can this guy be a future NFL great? And on top of that, there's going to be a lot of drama because there's a lot of good college football teams. More and more money's poured into it. Therefore, the playing field has sort of risen. The floor has risen because of the amount of money that's poured into it. There's a lot of threatening teams. I think we'll find – listen, you ask us this in 2 weeks, we might tell you there's 4 contending teams. But as it stands today, I think we're in store for a really, really rich and fun college football season.
Got to see how it shakes out, and a ton of good games on that slate, too. I feel like a lot of teams this year have tough schedules. Right. I think a lot of the top-heavy teams outside of Notre Dame and Miami who have absolute cupcakes, I think everyone other than that, SEC teams, Big Ten teams included, there's one team in the Big Ten that I think has an easy schedule, and that's Penn State and Wisconsin. But I'm not going to – you got 20 minutes to talk about that, Colin, with Coach Fickle.
Yeah, an hour? Okay. But another thing to add to that, think about it. One thing I was taking a look at, week 1, this is week 0. Week 1 next week, Labor Day weekend. Outside of the night game on Saturday, that Saturday slate is really not that good. You know, a Ball State, Grambling State, a lot of crap teams that are going in to get beaten up on these good teams. And then you got the LSU Clemson game to late night. The next day you got the Ole Miss Louisville game, which will be good. That's a Sunday. And then you got Wisconsin Notre Dame. Don't even bother turning it on. And
come on, man. We got the Badgers plus 20.5.
Monday night is interesting as well because you got Florida State SMU. So there's only about 3 or 4 games you're actually curious in. Everything else will stink. Week 2 is when things start to dial up a little bit and you get a little bit better games.
I got the Badgers plus 21.5. Hard Rock's got them at 20.5 right now. I got 21.5. So, dude, they could lose by 20. Just don't lose by 3 touchdowns.
It's the Heisman favorite, too.
CJ Carr, which I have the Heisman odds, and I can't believe how high some of these names are, but we'll dissect that later on in the program.
That's going to be on the other side. We're going to get into we'll do a couple things here. Number 1, we will do our 4 major conference champions. That's going to be the Big 12, the ACC, the SEC, and the Big 10. We are also going to do our Heisman Trophy winner. Who's going to win the Heisman? Who's going to be our prediction there? We're also going to do who's the Final 4 in terms of the Final 4 teams left in the college football playoff, which could be anybody. And then eventually, who is our champion? Predictive in the 2027 college football season. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. Let me tell you first about Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Anajar and Levine is your one-stop shop if you're looking for accident attorney coverage. Mark and Glenn, you know they fight for you. I know they fight for you because they don't even get paid unless you do. They want you to get the maximum compensation that you deserve. And God forbid you get into a situation where you need to call an accident attorney. If you're like Mike, you get ran off the road, all of a sudden you're sitting, your tires removed from your car, and you need to call an accident attorney to get coverage on some poor old lady from Palm Beach Island.
Wasn't my fault.
I know it wasn't your fault. That's why he calls an accident attorney to get some defense on his side. Call him today, get a free consultation, and do not settle when you're looking to make an accident attorney coverage because there's 1,000 options in Florida, and there's only one best right here in South Florida. That's Mark and Glenn. Go check him out today. That's 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Liz Bustamante. College football predictions 2027 coming up next on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Plus tax title and includes $12.95 dealer fee and $5.49 electronic filing fee with approved credit, 36 months, 15% of MSRP due at signing, 7,500 miles per year, 0 security. Financing for a limited term ends 8/31/26.
Go to Greco, go to Greco. Go for up to $15,000 off new Mazdas. It's the summer of savings at Greco Mazda. We're building a brand new dealership and giving you more to move sales event savings on over 240 new Mazdas. Like all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off MSRP. A new 2026 Mazda 3 2.5S Select Sedan, lease for only $199 a month. And new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Select All-Wheel Drives, lease for just $259 a month. Or buy both with available 0% APR financing. Don't miss the summer of savings with all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off. Mazda 3s, $199, and Mazda CX-5s, $259. Greco Mazda of Delray Beach on Federal Highway just south of Linton. Or visit GrecoDelrayMazda.com.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most. Getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 1063 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Big summer flavor is waiting at DQ Grill and Chill. Right now, enjoy the perfect $7 meal deal. 3-piece chicken strips, fries, medium drink, and a sundae, all for just $7. And for $2 more, you can upgrade to the new DQ Blizzard of the Month. Nestle drumstick with peanuts. Bite into choco-covered drumstick pieces, plus peanuts blended into DQ's world-famous soft serve. It's the perfect crunchy and creamy treat all in one. And it's only at DQ Grill and Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
It's Colin Russo. It's Mike Rizzo. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. We're streaming live from the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. Beautiful Friday afternoon here in late August. It is the 28th of August, so we're creeping up on September. I hope everybody's going to have a wonderful weekend plans as before the rat race really starts and college football really gets going alongside the NFL in just a few short weeks. We will make a couple picks. We'll make a couple predictions. Let's blitz the book with Hard Rock Bet.
Send some heat. Pin your ears back. It's time to blitz the book. Presented by Hard Rock Bet.
All right, Mike, a little different this time. We're not going to make a game-by-game pick. What we are going to do is make futures picks. We are going to select our futures, not in terms of win totals like we do with the NFL. We are going to be doing it by conference champions. So I'm going to give you, I got national championship odds. I got to reach playoff odds. I have conference futures. I have everything you possibly need. I could tell you the odds, but we got to come up with our 4 conference winners Our final 4 teams are Heisman Trophy winner and our national champion.
I'm ready to rock, brother.
Let's start small. Let's start in the Big 12. The Big 12, are you going to go outside the box here, or are you going to stay inside the box with your conference tournament predictive, your champion? Who's that going to be?
It's Texas Tech. There's 3 teams in the Big 12 next year.
Texas Tech is minus 110.
Perfect. It's Texas Tech, BYU, and possibly Utah. Utah doesn't have Coach Winningham for the first time in, 20-some years?
Yeah, they tired internally, too.
So it's wait and see on that. You're high on Houston.
I like Houston.
You like Houston.
Won 10 games last year.
And then the sleeper team that I like that could be in the mix if they have a defense out of that conference is Oklahoma State.
Plus 3,000.
But, Colin, I got to go minus 110 with Texas Tech. I'm roster head. Kyle, they call me the talent evaluator. If you have a lot of talent, you're going to be in the mix. You're going to be in the college football playoff. That is Texas Tech. The gap between the talent of Texas Tech and BYU, who I believe is the second best team in the Big 12, you can't even compare it.
And Satake is a good coach. He does a good job there.
And he almost left.
Yeah, he almost got the Penn State job.
He almost left. So they got him to stick around. That's big. I think BYU could maybe be a sleeper team in the 12 team if they play well outside of the Texas Tech game.
They got smoked against Texas Tech twice last year.
But I'm still wait and see. It's Texas Tech in that conference until further notice. And honestly, they added Tommy Castellanos, the former Florida State quarterback. I think Will Hammond, our guy. Will Hammond, Colin and I think he's going to be the starter. I think it's a waste of time that TikTok Tommy is going there. But keep an eye out on that. I like Texas Tech a lot in that conference.
Yeah, if I'm going to take a flyer just off the value pick, I would take Houston at plus 1,500. I think that would be a fun one to take. I think Willie Fritz has done a good job there. It's an athletic department that quietly invests money very smartly. It's a conference that is super gettable. Like Mike said, Utah is going to be a little down. TCU, a little down. They lost a lot of pieces. Arizona State, going to be a lot down. They lost a lot with Dillingham.
Do you want to know who other people like in that conference? Is Arizona, too.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Arizona.
Neither do I, but watching ESPN college football.
Plus 2250.
Arizona is a sneaky pick for their season over win total, which I believe is setting at about 8.5. So keep an eye on that. But again, the 3 top teams, Texas Tech, BYU, and wait and see on Utah.
Yep. All right. So Arizona is going to be plus 2250. If I'm going to throw a flyer out there, it's the plus 1,500 with Houston. But I ultimately agree. I think Texas Tech is going to win that conference.
I have projected college football playoff. The only reason I'm bringing this up, Colin, College Football News projecting, or rather Sports Illustrated projected Houston makes the 12-team college football playoff.
Wow, how about that? Yeah. Interesting.
So you got a couple of Houston supporters.
Good team last year, and they don't lose a lot of guys. They keep guys in house. They always do. So I like that. So if there's a little bit of continuity sake to it, and I like the coach, sign me up for that. All right, let's go to it. The ACC. Inside the box or outside the box?
Dude, it is Miami, and the only the only answer is Miami.
They've never won an ACC championship.
They joined in 2004. Regardless, if they don't win this year, I don't think it's ever happening. That's where I'm at with Coach Cristobal and the Canes.
And you make an argument they don't care that much about it?
At Stanford, at North Carolina, at Clemson, at Wake Forest.
Yeah.
That is a joke of an ACC road schedule. And if they're unable to win the
games...
No
Louisville, no SMU, the 2 teams they lost to last year.
If they're unable to win the games at home with Darian Mensah and company at quarterback, I got a lot of questions for Mario. I think Mario, give him credit, beat Ohio State last year, went to a national championship, played Indiana, probably the second best anyone played them all season long. Give Miami credit. They're going to win the ACC. They're going to be a top 4 team in the playoff coming up next year.
Yeah, I agree. Miami's going to win that conference. Too much talent. I like Mensah. Problem is I don't like that he went to Miami.
Hang on. You were singing to me that you said there were 4 teams that could win 10 games in that conference.
I agree. I think conference can be underrated.
So you think it's going to be deeper than last year?
I think it will be deeper than last year. I think SMU will be underrated. I think Louisville with our guy Lincoln Keenholz will be solid.
Absolutely.
I've told you that I think Virginia Tech is being tremendously undervalued. It's James Franklin in a bad conference. He's not playing. I understand he can't win a big game, but you know what he's good at is winning the bad games. And he's going to have a lot of bad teams in the ACC.
What's their count?
Plus 2,500 to win the conference. And it's like the 9th best odds.
I want to pull up their schedule. I don't know. I've not looked.
They play at Miami. All
right, so that's their game. That's their Super Bowl next year. Their Super Bowl is at Miami.
Right.
It's must-watch television.
They're going to have Virginia. I mean, I don't know their schedule to a T, but one thing I do know is there was a flock of people that followed Franklin to Virginia Tech, and it's a program that does invest money. Just keep an eye on them.
Dude.
And another team, I've said it, Cal. Keep an eye on Cal.
7-5.
And Syracuse. Syracuse plus 10,000 to win the conference.
Cal 7-5, Cal. It's where they live.
9-3.
Eternally 7-5.
9-3. Watch them be 9-3. And don't look at me when, where'd this kid come from?
I
told you.
There
you go. You got it. Sagapulatele.
I've heard it so many times on this program.
Right. ACC, Mike and I are pretty much on the same page there. We got favorites. Now let's get into the interesting stuff. Let's start in the Southeastern Conference, of course. The Southeastern Conference, the highest odds are as follows. Georgia's plus 260, Texas is plus 325, LSU plus 850, Oklahoma plus 900, and Alabama plus 900.
Can I give you a stat? Oklahoma. Georgia has made 5 straight SEC championship games.
Go ahead.
5 straight. I got to go with the Dogs. It's got to be
You're
the
going
Dogs.
3 favorites here to start.
Going Dogs. Got to be that doesn't mean, Kyle, that doesn't mean I'm going to have them going deeper in the college football playoff maybe than another SEC team. But I trust Kirby Smart. One thing you could trust Kirby for is that conference. Have they struggled in the college football playoff? Yes. Have they not been able to get to a Final Four in, 4 years? It's been 4 years since they've been to a Final Four. But I trust Kirby Smart in that conference. If I'm betting specifically for the SEC and a coach to maneuver a tough SEC schedule, I'm taking Kirby Smart.
I'm going to throw out a flyer here, and it's not because I know a ton about the team, but I do know about the quarterback, I do know about the coach, and I do like the idea of being due. And if you thought you just got away from them, right here back. I'm taking the Alabama Crimson Tide to win the Southeastern Conference. Why? Couple things why. They got a brand new quarterback who we haven't really seen, who is a highly touted recruit, redshirted last year, Keelan Russell, who's going to get the starting gig this year. They're coming off a godforsaken loss in the Rose Bowl against Indiana, and their first 5 of the year, remember, this is a new quarterback. East Carolina at home, at Kentucky, Florida State at home, in which they will dominate them in that game. At South Carolina at home, and then at Mississippi State. They have an easy first 5 games in their schedule. Get them ready to rock and roll, and their big game of the year is who? Georgia, a team that Alabama plays better than absolutely anybody. There is no demon in the closet to Kirby Smart like Alabama. They lost at home last year, and watch Alabama give them trouble again this year. Alabama's got a stretch of 4 that they got to survive.
You're hitching the wagon to DeBoer?
I think DeBoer's a good coach, and DeBoer's a good coach, and he's due for a big-time year. He's got to have some luck there at Alabama, and he's had early season struggles, which has hurt him. Keep this in mind. They have, like I said, they got the Georgia game. They got they got Tennessee on the road, and they got A&M at home. They have these consecutively. If they go 2-1 in these games, and 2 of them are at home, then I think they're in a really good spot because they got LSU on the road, and if they lose that, that's okay. The Auburn game is at home, and they always win that game when it's in Tuscaloosa. That is 10 wins right there. That gets them into the SEC championship game most likely, and that will probably put them in a position to win that game. I am taking Alabama because I think number one, they're due. They recruit well. DeBoer's a good coach. Sort of got the monkey off his back. And there's a lot of pressure on them to succeed. And watch this kid be really good, Keelan Russell.
Defense has been the issue with DeBoer. And it's crazy to say that for an Alabama program that had the best defense in college football for about 15 years of Nick Saban being there. If they could figure out a defense, I agree. And a lot's riding on that freshman quarterback.
The first 5 games. The first 5 games, in a lot of ways, are tune-ups. They get to tune teams up for about a month and a half before they take on Georgia. And I think that's okay if you sign me up for that. All right. I wonder where Mike's going to go with this one. Let's go to the Big Ten Conference. We're doing conference champions prediction winners on Hard Rock Bet with Blitz the Book. Mike, your Big Ten champion winner is going to be who?
The Buckeyes for the first time since 2019. We haven't won that conference a long time. Had a golden opportunity last year.
Beat Wisconsin in 2019.
Had a golden, or no, Northwestern.
Northwestern.
Had a golden opportunity, 2020 Northwestern.
2019 was Wisconsin.
2020 Northwestern. It's the last time we won because we lost to Alabama in the national championship game. Trey Sermon. Yeah, we're going to win it for the first time in 6 years. Golden opportunity to do it last year. Obviously pooped it away to Indiana. Literally lost the game. But it's not to sit here and be, sour grapes. You had 3 red zone opportunities, and you did absolutely nothing with it.
All right.
Anyway, Give me the Buckeyes. They got a tough schedule. Colin, we look at that schedule right now and we say it's a tough schedule. What do we do every college football season? We overrate these teams in the preseason, and some of those teams don't turn out to be the teams that we thought they were. I don't think Ohio State loses a game on the schedule.
Oh, here we go. What'd you listen to?
I think.
What did you listen to or watch that has changed your tune like this?
If they beat Texas, I don't think they lose a game. They
beat Oregon and in Indiana?
Yeah. Oregon's at home, and Dan Lanning is a phony. And then who's the other one?
Indiana?
That's going to be the toughest game of the season at Indiana. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. That could go either way. They have two games that could go either way. Texas and Indiana.
One of the toughest environments of college football is Bloomington.
Okay. Those Johnny-come-lately fans. I'm trying not to be too... Listen, Signetti's Italian. My father had a conversation with me. My father's like, Michael, you can't... He goes, you can...
Why, is Italians who are supposed to love him?
I mean, we're paisans, Kyle. We're supposed to, supposed to support each other, but it's tough for me to root. Listen, it's tough for me to sit here and tell you, I like Signetti, and I sports hate him. It is what it is. Colin, those are the two games that you're going to look at. I am not worried about Oregon. I think Oregon, they're going to fall on their face like they do every single year.
So Mike's champions in the major conferences are Miami,
Chalk.
Texas Tech, Georgia, and Ohio State.
Chalk.
I'm going to take Oregon here. I've been on it. I think it's Oregon's year. They're replacing 70%. I mean, they got 70% of the defense coming back. They also have the quarterback coming back. They got a lot of talent. They got more talent than anybody, like always. They spend money at the wazoo. Dan Lanning's due for a big year. Oregon is going to be a team I got my eye on because there's always one wolf and a bunch of sheep. Watch it be Oregon as the wolf this year, similar to what Indiana was last year. Watch it be Oregon. That's my Big Ten conference winner alongside Alabama in the SEC. Houston is a flyer, but I agree Texas Tech and Miami in the Big 12 and the ACC. Let's get into this. Let's get into your Final Four in the college football playoff. Mike, how about you we've talked about our predictive thing a little bit. How about you give me your whole Final Four?
It's going to be a shout, to say the least. Ohio State, Indiana, LSU, and Notre Dame. Those are my Final Four teams. I think Lane Kiffin and the boys go on a run in the college football playoff. They lose in the SEC, they don't even make the SEC championship. They get in as a 2-loss team, and I think they
win 2 games.
I think they win 2 games. And I think they ultimately lose to Notre Dame. And I think you're going to see a rematch between Ohio State and Notre Dame in the national championship.
Let's get this out of the way. Who's going to win that game?
It's low because for obvious reasons, but I think we're the best team in the country. Neither here nor there.
They're going to go undefeated.
I think we're going to go undefeated 16-0. I think they'll go 16-0. Jeremiah Smith's senior year. Julian Sain was in New York.
You got to stop.
Defense.
Oh, we're going to get the Heisman, too.
Jeremiah's going to win the Heisman. You got that right. Plus 1,400. I'm smashing those odds, brother. Plus 1,400.
Let's get the Heisman out of the way. So who's going to be? Let me guess who's going to be in New York. It's going to be Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sain, and Bo Jackson.
Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sain, Darian Mensah, and Arch Manning in New York.
Oh, my God. So Jeremiah Smith's going to win the Heisman. He's going to have
first receiver since Devontae Smith.
And that's 25 touchdowns, 2,000 yards. You going to get that?
Realistically, it's not going to happen because there's too many good quarterbacks in college football this year. But listen, this is Blitz the book. Plus 1,400 odds. Give me it. What do I have to lose? I'm betting Smith to win the Heisman. 1,400?
This would be quite the most illustrious season. This is like what Indiana did last year. They got the Heisman. They got the undefeated season.
You're so funny.
This is it. All right, so Mike's going Ohio State to beat Notre Dame in a rematch and Jeremiah Smith as a flyer to get the Heisman. I've thought about this quite a bit, too. And listen, you're right. You can't just take all the conference champion winners that you like and you had. I also agree. I think Ohio State will be right back in that Final Four. I think they're due for another Final Four run. I don't know if they'll win the Big Ten, but I do think that they will be back there alongside, not Indiana, but I think Oregon will be there. I think there will be 2 Big Ten teams back. And on top of that, I know you mentioned Notre Dame. The other 2 teams that I kept an eye on, I do not think Miami's going to be there. I don't know. I don't trust the lack of battle test nature in that conference for them.
They do play Notre Dame in the middle of the season.
They play Notre Dame in early November, so hopefully it's a cold game. That game will be at least, the very least, interesting. But outside of that, I'm going to take the Ohio State and Oregons of the crew. I'm not going to take Georgia, actually. I think Georgia's a weird one because everybody likes I like Gunnar Stockton. And, a lot of guys in the defense, Kirby, he's always going to be in the mix. I'm actually not going to take them to get there. The team out of the SEC, I think, is going to be Texas. I talk about a team that I think is due. That's my theme this year. Who's due? Texas, Manning. It's all going to work eventually. They got too much there for it. It's got to work. Something has to click. And it hasn't clicked. It clicked a little bit late season last year. You saw glimpses. They won a lot of good games to the end of the year. They cannot win a road game. Watch this be the year that they finally make a run. So I got Texas. I got Oregon. I got Ohio State. And then the last team that I was going to throw in there, I was between Notre Dame and a second SEC school. And weirdly enough, I cannot root for Notre Dame for the life of me. So I think the other SEC school, I like them. I've kind of been high on them for a while. Texas A&M.
Wow.
I think the SEC is going to have 4 or 5 teams in the playoff. I think they're going to be very, very heavy. I think the Big Ten will maybe have 2 or 3, and then all of a sudden you get everybody else filling in the blanks. I think it's going to be a heavy SEC Ohio State, and I got A&M making another run. Marcel Reed, Mike Elko, friend of show, and alongside Oregon, Ohio State.
Who wins?
Oregon.
Doing that, you did it 2 years ago.
What did I do 2 years ago?
You said Oregon 2 years ago.
And Oregon was pretty
Give
good.
you credit, they went undefeated.
They were pretty good.
And they got bamboozled in the college football playoff. It's what Dan Lanning does. But you fell into the Texas trap, and you fell into the Oregon trap.
Texas A&M.
Legendary Venus flytraps.
Two Texas teams. Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State's going to lose by about 52 points to Texas A&M.
Come on. Come on. Marcel Reed cannot put up 50 points himself.
And then Oregon is going to beat Texas. Oregon's going to beat Texas.
Oregon beats Texas. Okay.
All right. There we go.
Fair enough.
So I got it. That's my champion. And then I've thought a lot about the Heisman in terms of...
If you want odds, CJ Carr plus 700, Arch Manning plus 800, Dante Moore plus 1,100, Jules plus 1,200, Julian Sayin, obviously, Darian Mensah plus 1,200, Jeremiah Smith plus 1,400, Trinidad Chomboy's 1,400, one more for you, Josh Hoover plus 1,500.
I'm a big Indiana guy. Josh Hoover is going to be my Flyer Heisman. Josh Hoover.
I wanted to put...
Indiana back-to-back Heisman.
I'm
just doing that off the odds.
I wanted to put Indiana in the Final Four. You know how these brackets shake out. You don't know how the bracket's going to go.
Right.
So
I think if Arch Manning is halfway decent, I think Arch Manning, they're going to paint the way for him to get to New York. But that would be my...
So you have them winning week 2. Texas.
I think Texas will beat Ohio State week 2. I think Ohio State will have a couple big wins in the regular season, but I do not think... You're not going to beat that team twice. I guess you could. But that would be a tough loss if you're Texas. That would be a tough pill to swallow.
Well,
you can't lose twice.
It's Sark. You're going with Lanning, and you're going with Sark.
Lanning, Sark,
Dude.
Elko.
I was going to say a prayer for you. I'm listening to
DeBoer.
To be fair, I have Ryan Day and Freeman in the game again, but I'm also tying my wagon to Lane Kiffin and the LSU Tigers to go to the Final
Can't
Four.
stand Lane Kiffin. We will see him
a lot of talent
outside of the college football playoff comfortably.
Does a team with 3 losses make it again this year like Alabama? If there's a team to do it, it's Ohio State, just because of the schedule. Say they beat a couple of good teams on the schedule, but they do drop 3. That's my hot
it's quality
take.
of loss.
And everyone's going to be, the Ohio State
It's a lot of good teams this year, so who knows?
I think that if there is a team to do it, taking my honk glasses off for a second, it would probably be the Buckeyes at 3.
So Mike has Ohio State beating Notre Dame in a national championship rematch. He has Jeremiah Smith winning the Heisman, and he has all the favorites winning the conferences.
Miami, Ohio State, Texas Tech, and Georgia. I don't think it's a crazy shot.
It's not. I have Oregon winning the Big Ten. I have Alabama winning the SEC. I have Texas Tech and Miami also winning the Big 12 and the ACC. And then I have Oregon winning the national championship.
Can I give you my group of 6?
Sure.
Boise State. It's either going to be Boise State or UNLV.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Dan
Mullen.
I've looked at this a bit. USF is popular with Heartline. I think that's one.
Too early?
I think 9 wins for Heartline next year. But if I had to go with group of 5 teams, Boise State and UNLV, by far. I think comparatively more so than, dude, JMU getting a couple of votes too by a couple of people. Keep in mind, Napier. Napier at JMU.
That's a good point. Billy Napier's there. Bob Chesney took over UCLA. All right, wow. All right, there's your college football predictions. First things first, if you make a lot of money on these bets, you want to put it away. Where do I invest it? Flagler Credit Union.
Folks, Flagler Credit Union, get your checking account, get your savings account. Be like me. Trust the guys who know what they're doing with your money. That is Flagler Credit Union. 4 convenient locations around Palm Beach County, Lake Clark Shores, North Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, and beautiful Boca Raton. So wherever you're at in Palm Beach County, there will be a Flagler Credit Union for you. Very close, very convenient. My trip to L.A., all my things that I had going on, during the off season, as we say it in broadcast, during when football season's not going on, I was able to save up with Flagler and hit my financial goals. Even my rent, you know what I mean? I don't got to tell everyone how expensive it is down here to live in Palm Beach County. They help me distribute my funds in the way it needs to be. If it's for my electric bill, my internet bill, my 10 subscriptions that I have because I'm an absolute gamer and need to watch every single sporting event, I'm able to do that with Flagler Credit Union. Go visit one of their locations, and if you drive by that stadium at FAU, beautiful Flagler Credit Union Stadium, make sure you look at those names. You look at that stadium name and keep in mind the Flagler Credit Union boys when you need some people to help you out with your financial goals. That's Flagler Credit Union. Go to flaglercu.org for more information. flaglercu.org for more information.
Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Elias Busamente. 888-760-3776 is the number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776. Do you have any reactions to our college football hot takes and predictions? Do you have any of yourself that you want to share? College football predictions, 888-760-3776. Colin, Mike, Elias, it's Russo Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $879 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Banyan Printing, your trusted partner for all your printing and signage needs. With 48 years of local service, over 1,000 customers choose Banyan for fast turnaround, free delivery, consistent results, and market-leading customer service. Banyan's all-in-one solution saves businesses time and resources. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they eliminate the hassle of multiple vendors. If you're unsure you're getting the best service or value, visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. Before kickoff starts, I like a room that looks ready and plays tough. Fresh paint, strong coverage, and a finish that can handle a full season of Saturday celebrations.
Bare Ultra Interior Paint has an extra durable finish that holds up from game time to the off-season. It covers in fewer coats, goes on smooth, and helps walls stay looking new longer. Game-ready defense with coverage that goes the distance. Bare Ultra, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan.
Hey, Culligan man!
Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Streaming live on YouTube, it is ESPN South Florida with Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Mike's going to skedaddle here in about 10-15 minutes as he has the game tonight between Pahokee and Royal Palm, which is going to be at Royal Palm. You can watch that streaming on ESPN West Palm on YouTube, ESPN Top 63 for scoreboard updates as we get further and further into it. And Mike, did you hear about this? The Major League Baseball had to suspend a Dominican prospect after they uncovered an elaborate age fraud plot that included a fictitious death and a gravesite tombstone. So this guy, there was a player that
faked his death.
That the Guardians agreed to,
of course,
and do a deal. A switch-hitting infielder by the name of David Severino. The Guardians thought he was 13 or 14 years old, and the deal would be finalized in 2029, in which he would be 17 years old and eligible to sign. But Severino's name and age were both fake. Severino's real name was Dory David Severino Damaso. He's 16 years old, and they thought he was 14. He was born in 2010. Oh, my God. 2023, Francisco Nieves, Severino's trainer at the time, allegedly created the identity of David Severino, who was, purposely Dory's younger brother, with the approval of the player's parents. A fake late-filed birth registration was made under that name, showing a birth date of later, falsified medical and school records, so on and so forth. And then 2 years after the birth registration had been made, a fraudulent death certificate was filed for his
former
actual
self.
Name. For his former self.
Former self.
It said that he had died of a respiratory illness on May 5th, 2012, 2 years after he was born. A fake tombstone was created and planted in a gravesite in La Morena, which is a municipality in the southeastern part of the Dominican Republic, 75 miles from Santo Domingo.
Well, if you remember, the Indians got swindled with Fausto Carmona, too. So this isn't the first time the Indians are signing players who actually aren't who they say. I'm just being honest. Dude, Colin, remember Fausto Carmona?
Yeah.
He pitched with CC Sabathia,
I do.
Cliff Lee. Fausto was really good. And then it came out when he started to stink. We found out that he actually wasn't Fausto Carmona, and he was 6 years older than what he said he was. Insanity. How are we falling for the same phishing attempt and spoofing attempt here? It's like answering the call on one of those fishy phone calls and sending money and then getting burned and then doing it again. What are we doing?
So it's a suspension that he has to wait an extra year to enter the international draft. He can actually enter it earlier than he thought. Obviously, Chris Antonetti, the president of baseball operations, could not be reached for comment.
Antonetti, good dude, by the way.
Oh, you got swindled, Mike.
Second time. I think it was actually Mark Shapiro, who is he still with Toronto? Regardless, Shapiro got swindled on Carmona, and then now this is poor Antonetti.
It's funny. The Dominican Republic is maybe for buck, the most talent-rich quality of area that the MLB has.
Well, Jose, it's where we got Jose.
It's where a ton of talent comes out of the Dominican, and all their names and ages are faked because these guys get signed at 13 years old, 14 years old.
So they faked a 15-year-old's death.
They said he was 2.
Put up a phony tombstone.
They made him his younger brother. They made him a fake younger brother, and they killed his real name.
Why do this? Why? Who cares if you're 16 and not 13?
I guess you can't be too old to the party.
That guy coming through is he coming through the
A
studio?
Hummer tried to drive through the
He got a little too close to the window for me there, partner.
But yeah, I guess these guys, they don't want to get too late to the party, too old to the party.
Speaking of party, Dude, we had a great time at that draft last night with the Greco guys.
Let's get this out of the way. Greco Mazda, we had a great time doing the draft with them yesterday. Great guys, Ron and the crew. Mike and I had a good draft. Anything of note happened?
You trolled and took a listen. Your team,
I didn't troll.
Your team's solid. You trolled a little bit with Jags picks.
I took 5 players and 6 draft picks. 5 Jags players.
And then Colin, the cheapest person I know. If there was a penny on the ground, Colin's picking it up. That's how cheap he is. That's how cheap this kid is. And one of the Greco workers comes up to us who's in the league and goes, "What do you guys think? 100 ahead?" Meaning $100 for the buy-in. And folks, if you would have saw Colin Russo's reaction to this, guys, I haven't laughed. I've not laughed like that realistically 2 years since the last time myself and my good friends, Ryan, my Irish boys, McEwen, Mullally, Miller, and Riz, the last time all 4 of us were together, my childhood best friends, that was the hardest I think I've laughed since then, because Colin was so disgusted that he had to, because he knew you knew you were burned. You did the draft.
Nothing you could do.
You did the draft, and you didn't want to seem like a cheapskate. So you told the guys, all right, 100, all right, you go, all right. And as I'm dying laughing, I go, thank God you drafted 6 Jaguar players. Colin, listen, you have a good team. I didn't think you necessarily took the draft as serious as you thought you could.
What, Kenyon Sadiq, the rookie tight end for the Jets, and Tyler Shuck?
And then, the boys mentioned they wanted to go 100 ahead, and Colin looked like he saw a literal phantom ghost. Oh, it was so funny. Christina Costanza, our marketing manager, you'd hear on the happy hour at 3 o'clock, theoretically speaking. She looked at me after I got done laughing. She goes, "Riz, I've never seen you laugh that hard."
That was rough.
Dude, hysterical.
Who establishes the buy-in after the draft?
But $100, if you're in a fantasy league, I don't think $100 is crazy.
Yeah, it's...
For you it is, because, you wouldn't... you wouldn't give $100 to your goddaughter on her birthday, all right? But,
not that cheap.
Come on. Your sister and her soon-to-be husband, as I understand,
boyfriend,
all right? Say they get married and they have a child, and you're godfather.
I'm going to be the godfather?
If you're godfather, how much is that envelope? How much money is in that?
When the baby's a newborn? Not much.
Just all right. Let me rephrase.
How old's the baby?
Let me rephrase. 13. She's 13.
I turned 13.
How much is in the envelope?
That's was it 20 years down the line, give or take?
How much is in the envelope?
$1 for age, $1 per year.
Dude, so my brother and I, our godfathers are...
$150.
Okay, good.
Is that normal? $100?
It is normal, because I was about to tell you this story. My Uncle Johnny and Jamie, as I've mentioned numerous times, are godparents in L.A. They would send us on our birthdays like clockwork $100, dude.
Yeah, $100.
And every single year, we could not wait to take that $100 and go to GameStop. Like 11, 12... 13, 14,
okay,
we could not wait
what is a
to get that
13-year-old going to do with $200?
We're going to GameStop. You know what I mean? We're going to get our game. But yeah.
My frugalness.
Anyway, you are cheap. You did not like that it was 100 ahead.
I don't like spending money that I don't need to spend. That is true. But I also believe, you don't have to believe this. I believe I will become a very generous soul once I have hit my financial incentive.
I would agree with that. I've gotten to know you very well, and I would agree with that.
But if you don't have money, if you don't have a pot to pee in, you're not going to be shelling out cash, every 5 seconds.
The best was when your dad, Colin's dad, the dog, called in this time last week about NIL.
Yes.
And your brother Timmy at Northern Arizona.
Who is bled dry and no money.
And your dad goes, "Colin, we're going to take Colin. You don't have a pot to pee in." I laughed so hard.
It's true.
I laughed so hard.
You got to be frugal.
I mean, yeah.
We're 24. You got to be frugal.
And even me, 31, we're still young in the business.
Yeah,
I mean, look around the business. You're 24 years old, dude.
You got to be frugal. People look at me like I'm crazy when I'm frugal. And what 24-year-old should not be frugal? That's what I'm saying.
Frugal.
See, Mike, if there was a furnace right here that was burning hot with embers, Mike would be okay throwing money into the fire.
No.
Because that's how Mike.
Dude, my money.
That's how Mike operates with his finances.
What don't you like that I?
If there was a fireplace and there was wood burning, Mike would be okay licking his thumb, taking the money, bill by bill, and throwing it into the fire.
What don't you like that I pay for?
What do you get, an hour?
What's the number one thing you can't stand that I
Your
pay for?
Your PC is a waste of time, and all your subscriptions are a waste of time. I didn't even make the argument that the Jeremiah Smith jersey, the amount you spent on that is ridiculous.
220?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You could get something from China for, $18.
Dude, this is straight from the team.
It'll take 4 months.
It's authentic.
I got a Marcus Page UNC jersey. It took 6 months to get to my house.
It's fallen, and guess what? It's fallen apart because the sweatshop that it was made in. All right, the poor kids they're abusing people in those sweatshops. All right, mine.
Where do you think your iPhone was made?
Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. But I'm getting.
Where do you think it was made down the street?
I am getting my jersey from the official team shop. And the letters are going to be falling off after one time I put it in the wash. That Marcus Page jersey probably isn't even a Marcus Page jersey.
You asked me what I think you're too.
Where is that jersey?
My Marcus Page jersey?
Yeah.
I have it. It's a black UNC jersey. It's nice. It's like I ordered an adult large, and it came in as probably like an adult XXXL, but it works.
All right. What were you about to say?
So you asked me, what I think that you spend too much money on.
Quickly,
I think you got too much on the subscriptions, and I think you spend too much on the PC stuff.
But you got to realize, man, I don't go out. I don't.
No, I get it. No, I get it. You got your venture.
I don't drink. That's what
Saves
I
you a lot
do.
of money, no doubt. Saves you a lot of money.
That's what I do. And listen, this isn't go to the store and get a PC. This was something I was planning on for a year and a half. A year and a half, I was budgeting out for the PC. So it's not like I'm just showing up to the store. Yep, time to buy. Like this is like I knew the one that I wanted to build because I'm a nerd like that. I built the machine, and I'll send it to you tonight.
After that, what do you think I need to be a little less frugal about? What do you think I'm too frugal about? Is there another way?
Your apartment. We got to get you out of there.
I live alone, so I spend more than I probably could if I were to get roommates.
I spend a lot on my apartment, and
you spend more than I do.
I don't mind because it's a nice spot, but the appliances, dude, that would do my head in.
So
that would do my head in.
The dryer guys came by during the show yesterday, and I texted them nothing. So
my complex, if I have something, they're there within the hour. Right. Like I remember somehow, some way, I was gaming one night. I was gaming in the afternoon during the weekend. This was on a Saturday. And Kyle, there were bugs in my apartment. Like, the hell? Bugs? I called. Guy was there in an hour. They told me, go to the pool, go to the gym, whatever. Got back in. No bugs.
What was wrong? What bugs? Like the palmetto bugs?
So, dude, they were like
cockroaches?
No, like fly gnat kind of things.
Oh, interesting.
And
That's probably from your drain. That's probably from your drain.
Yeah, and you know me, I don't, like, my apartment's spotless. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here, guys? And they're like, we'll take care of it. It happens all the time. Dude, fix it in an hour. I didn't have, the cockroach sitting in the corner for you ever seen that Family Guy episode?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some wicked cockroaches that live next door. That's what we would be doing at your place because Ed would take forever to get on over.
Ed hasn't responded to me in about 9 texts.
So,
or the maintenance guy.
Apartment.
That's I'm too frugal about.
Realistically, you're great with money, and I give you credit for it.
I am good with money.
You're great with money. I give you credit for it. But I think living situation, that's like, take my phony subscriptions or whatever outside of it. I don't mess around when it goes where I'm living. You know what I'm saying?
Another answer I think you could have had is I probably could shell out the money for YouTube TV.
Yes, definitely, and get off the dog and your wonderful mother's spectrum.
Well, they don't have. I'm not on their cable. I just have the account. I have the apps.
You should pay for your own cable. Yeah. The apps is a waste of time. You're jumping through a lot of hurdles. You're jumping through a lot of hoops to watch games sometimes. Yeah. The Fox Sports app?
Yeah. Fox One now.
How are you able, dude, how are you able to get the game on the app? Is it through your parents' cable
Yeah, you sign into
the TV
subscription.
You sign in through the TV
And Optimum, which is a dying company, allows you to sign in 1,000 times.
Okay. Shout out Optimum, by the way.
That's fine with me. Optimum, Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. Mike, enjoy the game tonight. Royal Palm Pahokee. You can catch that on ESPN West Palm on YouTube for our HSS Game of the Week and high school football in the area. Mike's going to say goodbye. We'll be back at it next. It's Russo and Rizzo right here on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma sports radio station.
Hungry? Time for a power play at Duffy Sports Grill. We're talking juicy burgers, crispy chicken tenders, stacked sandwiches, and wings tossed just the way you like them, all part of the power play lineup. Big flavor, real portions. Choose your entree, side, and drink starting at just $13.99. So whether you're watching the game or just playing MVP at lunch, make your move with the power play at Duffy's. Duffy Sports Grill. Our game is always on.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen. You ever toss something into the trash can from across the room and know it's in the second it leaves your hand? That's feel. That's confidence. No celebration. Act like you've been there before, because you have. Champions deliver under pressure. ESPN 106.3.
Plus tax title and includes $12.95 dealer fee and $5.49 electronic filing fee with approved credit, 36 months, 15% of MSRP due at signing, 7,500 miles per year, zero security. Financing for a limited term ends 8/31/26.
Go to Greco, go to Greco. Go for up to $15,000 off new Mazdas. It's the summer of savings at Greco Mazda. We're building a brand new dealership and giving you more to move sales event savings on over 240 new Mazdas. Like all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off MSRP. A new 2026 Mazda 3 2.5S Select Sedan, lease for only $199 a month. And new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Select all-wheel drives, lease for just $259 a month. Or buy both with available 0% APR financing. Don't miss the summer of savings with all remaining 2024 Mazda CX-90s, $15,000 off. Mazda 3s, $199, and Mazda CX-5s, $259. Greco Mazda of Delray Beach on Federal Highway just south of Linton. Or visit GrecoDelrayMazda.com.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Come to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium for minor league baseball action on Saturday, September 5th. The first 500 fans will receive a frozen iguana bobbletail giveaway presented by Barton Mallow and CCPI. Take advantage of the dollar deals at the concession stands and team store. And be sure to stay after the game for the final fireworks show of the year. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to get your tickets today.
Every dream begins with a hope for something better. At Flagler Credit Union, we're here to help turn those dreams into reality by investing in families, in neighbors, in our community. Because to us, it's never just about banking, it's about people. Whether you're dreaming of a new car, a home, your child's education, or a well-earned retirement, Flagler Credit Union is here for you. Flagler Credit Union, fulfilling dreams through better banking. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Calling all college football fans. Join the Palm Beach Zoo tomorrow, Saturday, August 29th, for their Wild Night Out series, Tails and Touchdowns. The action starts at 7 p.m. Watch Florida State take the field on the big screen, tailgate, and enjoy the wild side of the game. Live music from Whiskey 6 will also be playing throughout the evening. Brought to you through the Palm Beach Zoo's conservation partners at Dade County Federal Credit Union. Must be 21 plus to attend. Get your tickets today at palmbeachzoo.org.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Call into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Collins!
It's Friday edition of Russo and Rizzo, the 28th of August, 2026. You got Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante, Mike Rizzo just went on the road to do the play-by-play of Pahokee Royal Palm, which is going to be kicking off at 6:30. Streaming live on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. If you missed any of the show today, go listen back. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. Just go to Russo and Rizzo or go watch it back. ESPN South Florida on YouTube, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. We're going to loop in Elias Bustamante behind the glass, do a little 5 and 5 momentarily. But first things first, we talked about our college football previews and who we think officially with the game starting tomorrow, if you want to count it. I know it's week 0, but there is still games. We set our official champions in each of the conferences, and we set our official champion in the college football playoff alongside our top 4. Keep an eye on it. Should be a great year. We're going to do our NFL futures and over-unders in just about 2 weeks, give or take, a little under that, because the season starts 2 weeks from 2 weeks from this past Wednesday, so about 12 days. So should be a good time. Looking forward to that. Let's do a little action here. Let's do a little 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking Big Ten.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU athletics. Number 1.
All right, Colin, how are you?
Wonderful, Elias. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. So just listen to you guys being frugal and all that.
Are you frugal?
Sometimes very.
What are you not frugal with?
I'll say probably groceries.
You're okay with spending a pretty penny on food?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go to like a big stores, probably like the smallest ones.
What are you very frugal with?
Very frugal?
I'll say mine, clothes.
Yeah, probably the same.
Clothes. Free, Christmas, or an absolute necessity?
I just rather don't spend it. You know?
I mean, like,
I take care of my stuff, of my clothes, and my things in my apartment. I just take care of them. So I don't have to buy them again. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'll tell you this. I got about 5 pairs of shorts that I could run in. You know, that like fit well, and I like running with zipper pockets because I usually have like crap in my pockets. I got 4 or 5 pairs of running shorts. 3 of them, the underneath part is completely open because it's just rubbed together. It's friction over time.
Yeah.
So it's just cut open. Now I have underwear on, but like it's like my arm can fit through.
Well, on that instance, yeah, I'll buy something new.
So 3 of my 5, there is 1 pair of
I'll buy
shorts
probably
that I have,
3
that
new
I have.
ones.
That's a nice pair of shorts. They still work, but the bottom is complete, like both legs.
Yeah,
it's
you need new shorts.
those hot those hot metal balls that people do the experiments with.
Yeah.
And they drop them on things.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. You dropped it through the shorts.
No. You need a new short. You need new shorts.
There's 3 of them like that.
So you need 3 new. Yeah, 100%. That's. All right. Let's do number 1. Yeah, let's do number 1.
Number 1.
ESPN took a look at college football teams that could follow Indiana and win their first national championship this season. The list was topped by Oregon, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Iowa, and Missouri. Which team would you put at the top?
My champion, Oregon. I think Oregon is a team that talk about due. They got a lot returning. I know Lanning, people are worried about him in a big game, especially not at home. They get a tough travel schedule, whoever they have to play on the road, because they're so far removed, but they've been in this situation before. I know they got the doors blown off them by Indiana, but you know what happened to Indiana the year before they won the national championship? They got the doors blown off of them by Notre Dame. And that was essentially it was an hour down the road in South Bend. They got the doors blown off. I know they changed a lot of things. They got Mendoza in there. But sometimes you just need to see the ball hit off the side of the backboard before you see the ball go in. And maybe Oregon had a little bit of that. I do think that with the amount they have returning, they have 70% of the defense coming back, and they had a good defense last year. Dante Moore felt like a raw prospect last year if he develops the right way. They have Raiola sitting there as well. You know they're going to have talent offensively. And I know the one thing I don't like about the Oregon thing is they lost both their coordinators. They lost Will Klein as their offensive coordinator, and they lost Tosh Lupoy as their defensive coordinator who went to Cal. So that makes me a little nervous, but I think if there is a team that is due, and how about this? If Oregon wins, then you get 4 straight Big Ten teams from 4 different programs in 4 years. Talk about conference supremacy, dominance. If Oregon's able to do that, I think the rest of the conference in a lot of ways would root for it because it just continues to pummel the SEC into the ground. Forget it. The Big Ten. The Big Ten has 4 in a row that are 4 different ones when the SEC is sort of dominated by the same 2 or 3 or 4. I think that is a huge win for the conference. That would be my guess in terms of who's going to win there first. Ole Miss is an interesting one. Pete Golding's a big question mark for me. He deserved the job. He deserved to stay around. Good for him. Trinidad Chambliss is the man. He's going to make Pete Golding's job a whole lot easier. But they plan on winning every game 55-44. That's the one thing that I'm a little curious about with Ole Miss. If their defense is not going to be up to par to some of the other top-tier teams, could be a long year. And they got 2 tough games in their first 3 weeks. They got Louisville early. I believe that's in Nashville. And their third game is the LSU game at home. Can't drop the Louisville game and turn around and beat LSU. I mean, you're putting a stain on your season. Got to start 3-0 if you want to feel great about it. If you're Ole Miss. But nonetheless, I do not think they'll win the championship this year. Let's move on to the next number 2.
Number 2.
Speaking of national championships, Zach Barnett of Football Scoop went on record to say that he thinks John Sumrall will bring a national title to Florida before Lane Kiffin does at LSU. Agree or disagree?
Boy. I'm rooting actively against Lane Kiffin until the cows come home. Here's the problem with Florida. They both have a lot of money. LSU has more money than Florida for the football program. And I know they do financially if you're tracking the rosters, but another thing about Florida has a great basketball team. Not better than great. They have the best basketball team next year. Right then and there would make me a little nervous because it's hard to be great at both. It's hard to be so cash rich that you could fund 2 top-tier teams in basketball and football. And that's what John Sumrall is going to need if he wants to be nationally championship recognized. Todd Golden's there. They're paying him probably, $10 million a year, $10 million a year. They got everybody coming back. The basketball team's probably spending $20 million on that roster, 15. Are they really shelling out $50, $60 million for both teams? I would take, unfortunately, and I can't stand him, I would unfortunately take Lane Kiffin to win a national championship before I take John Sumrall. Even though John Sumrall's friend of show, our guy, amongst Russo and Rizzo, he is the man. He's got a little Dan Campbell in him, and I'm rooting for him. But there's something about resources that I don't know if Florida holds a candle to what LSU has football-wise. Let's go to number 3.
Number 3.
All right, college football will be played this weekend. Number 14, USC will be lone top 25 team in action. How locked in will you be to week 0 action?
I'll be into it. I'll watch the NC State game for sure against Virginia. I'll watch the North Carolina TCU game for sure. I'll keep an eye on what's going on in that. I think Hawaii's playing Stanford. And then maybe a couple other games here and there. But outside of that, I got 3 or 4 games I'll keep an eye on. Baseball's very good this weekend. You're going to have 2 Yankees-Red Sox on Saturday with the 1 o'clock and then the 7 o'clock. So right then and there, I do think that this is going to be a really good weekend of sports. You get the U.S. Open for tennis starting on Sunday, so I'll be into that as well. Good sports weekend. This is really getting things rocking and rolling again to kick off the fall season, so I'm all for it. I'll watch 3 or 4 games, get my football fixed, but it's not going to be something I'm glued for 12 hours for. Number 4.
Yes, you know what needs glue? Your shorts.
I don't even think glue can help.
No, you need
No,
new ones.
I
new
need.
ones.
What if I bring it to a
Taylor.
Taylor? That's
Well,
gonna cost
I
more than
know what you mean. Maybe they can fix it. That's another one. Maybe they can fix it.
But will that will cost me what?
Nothing. Some things are cheaper than you think of.
You think a cheap tailor is cheaper?
No,
than
no,
a pair
no,
of
no.
shorts?
Don't go to a cheap one. But I mean, those things might be not as expensive as you think they are. You know what I mean?
Well, how much is a new pair of shorts? 25, 30 bucks?
Depends where you go. If you go to, I don't know, let's say a Ross, maybe it's not expensive. Goodwill? Maybe.
You want to get running shorts at Goodwill?
I mean, that's frugal, right? You want to be frugal?
Well, I am frugal.
Well, there you go. Number 4.
Number 4.
H&M and Old Navy, too, underrated.
That's true.
Go ahead. What do you say number 4?
The newest owner of the Seattle Seahawks told reporters that he has always been and will continue to be a Steelers fan. Is this something that would you want to hear from the owner of your team?
No. What? No. You own a team, you have to welcome to that fan base. Come on. Have a clue. What do you want the fans to think of that? I mean, geez. The owners have had a weird couple of weeks all throughout the place. Owners they got very involved. And maybe it is the Jerry Jones effect that, and I know this is not necessarily nothing new, but we're seeing more and more owners just so hyper involved in the media sphere and being involved with talking to the media, perhaps more so than their respective coaches and general managers. Very, very strange. We're good. Dude, I don't need the affiliations. I don't know what you value. I don't need the Mark Walter. I don't need any of that. You know, we're about to deal with the baseball lockout. If you're talking about the football owners, you know, the football guys are making quarterback decisions. The owners got to take a step back. You're there to own the team, finance the team, and make a boatload of money on valuation over the course of 10, 15, 20 years. That's what we're here to do. Build a stadium. Help build the stadium if you need to. You want to put a little patio out front with a hot dog stand? Great. Make sure everybody in the VIP, the coffee lounge, make sure they got coffee in there. Fine. No problem. We don't need football decisions to be made, or basketball decisions, or baseball decisions, or hockey decisions made by said owners. And we also don't need owners to be pledging their allegiance to opposing teams. Don't need that. What is that, number 4? Let's get to number 5.
Number 5.
Jason Lacanfora believes that the Jets are the frontrunners to land Mike Tomlin next year. He also believes that Tomlin in New York could potentially lead into Lamar Jackson also making his way to the Big Apple. If Tomlin and Jackson are in Jets green a year from now, do we change how we look at the franchise?
First things first, Mike Tomlin is currently under contract at NBC, and I believe he's making in a couple million a year at least. You're telling me, let's put this out for a second. And I understand, if Mike Tomlin's addicted to coaching football, if he was addicted to coaching football, he'd be coaching somewhere this year. But he's going to be at NBC. He's going to be on the broadcast, the pregame, all that stuff. He's going to work, 19, 20 times a year? 19, 20 times a year. Let's say he's making, I don't even know his contract. I'm sure it's available. Let's say he's making $7 million a year. So they're paying Mike Tomlin $7 million a year for 20 games, where he travels in on the night before and he leaves the night after. And we want him to go back to coach a team where it's going to be 10 and a half months, essentially, of 14-hour days, and you're making what? What do you probably make at the Steelers? 10 million, 12 million, little give or take? Probably made 10 million. Would you rather make 7 million working 20 times or 10 million working a whole lot more and a whole lot more volatile and a whole lot more criticism?
7.
My prediction is I don't think you will ever see Tomlin coach a football game again. I think that Mike Tomlin is going to be a lifelong broadcaster, just like Bill Cowher was. I'd be shocked if you see him go back to the NFL sphere. Because I think he's going to realize he can play golf on Tuesday, he can hang out on Thursday, watch football as a fan, travels on Saturday, works on Sunday, and cashes a big old paycheck. Troy Aikman works, 18 times a year? He makes $20 million a year? The top-end broadcasters, especially around NFL games, make a very steady living. That's going to be a tough thing to pry him away from. And if it's going to be anybody, it will not be the New York Jets. It will not be them. Mike Tomlin, I'd be shocked if he coaches another football game here anytime soon. I'd be shocked. He is a lifelong NBC. Get used to it. Mike Tomlin's That's my prediction. Won't see him coach. 888-760-3776, number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776, number to get in. We're doing the 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union right now. We got Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. And we'll get to the phone lines a little later on. Was that number 5? That was number 5. Flagler Credit Union, 5 and 5. Before we take a timeout, let's see what's on his mind. Let's get to Chris in Long Island really quickly here. Chris in Long Island, what do you got? What's on your mind today?
All right. Tennis Warehouse, get some shorts. Djokovic plays on Sunday, so mark that down.
Yep.
Mark Walters said this week, there's no fraud, nothing to worry about here. The same guy who changed his financial statements from $600 million to $18 billion in terms of what was loaned within his companies.
Right.
No fraud here.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
You know, I don't know where this is all going to lead. It's going to be interesting. But
is your prediction the MLB will do something to Mark Walter?
I don't know. It's a rough time for Manfred because, with the CBA ending, whatever.
Yeah, the
November
owners need to
30th,
stand in
December
solidarity
1st.
with each other. Is he going to punish Mark Walter all of a sudden?
Yeah, the timing is not right for that. The timing is definitely not right for that. So I would say I don't know if Walter's going to be able to hold on to the Dodgers. He might just have, he might just have to walk away, sell the Dodgers. He has to pay off this money from what you read at the bare minimum.
Yeah,
get his house in order. But I'm hoping Djokovic can make a run, but very, very hard at 39 years old in terms of that bounce back ability. We saw it at Wimbledon. He had 2 days off after having a 5-hour match. These tennis players are insane, the kind of shape that they're in. And then having to come back and face Sinner in the semis, and he had 2 days off, and the body just wasn't there. So he's got to be able to win and not have a match that kills him, unless it's in the final. Very, very hard.
Appreciate the call, Chris. And one thing quickly about the U.S. Open is I completely agree. This is the third straight major now with one of Sinner or Alcaraz not playing, including both in the French, where Sinner got eliminated early. Now, the one thing about the Wimbledon game, or the Wimbledon match, is that was the best I think I've ever seen Sinner play was against Djokovic when he won in 3 straight. That was the best serving I think I've seen on tour in a long, long time. But you're right. Djokovic has to get through easy. When he made the Australian Open run, I believe he had 1 walkover, maybe even 2, to get to that point to beat Sinner and then beat Alcaraz. He had fresh legs. He's going to need something similar. He's going to need somebody to, medically retire or something like that to be able to get a couple walkovers and just save his legs. But that's U.S. Open talk. 888-760-3776. Let's get to Atlanta. Carter in Atlanta. Carter, what do you got for us?
Hey, what's going on, Colin? Yeah, real quick, just because you mentioned, 2 things on the 5 and 5 was I didn't hear who said it, but the Florida prediction, that's a little crazy. I mean, Kiffin's proven himself in the SEC and has all these resources, like you said, where Summerall is kind of just stepping into this.
No, I definitely
new
said
world,
I said
if
that
you will.
Lane Kiffin will win a championship before Summerall did. If you got confused there.
100%. Yeah, I agree. I didn't hear who said it. I was just kind of saying that that's just making predictions to make predictions. But anyways, on to NC State, because you mentioned that also. I think they're the underdogs. I can kind of see them winning this game. Keep in mind, returning QB now, I think it's his 3rd year.
It is
there.
his 3rd year. He started as a true freshman.
Dad went there, so
Grayson McCall went down, and then they screwed CJ Bailey.
Correct. So, I got a little bias because my mom and dad went there. But the one thing so they got obviously CJ Bailey, Doreen, I think it's his 15th year or something
14
like
or
that.
15. He's the 4th longest tenured coach in college football.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of now or never. And then they got the running back returning. The biggest question is going to be that defense. I think they lost a lot. So we'll kind of see what happens there. But I like them. I mean, they're the underdogs. You're getting money for it. So, I just kind of wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, Carter, one thing I'd say. The games they lost last year, just taking a look at it, They gave up 41 to Miami. They gave up 53 to Pittsburgh. They gave up 36 to Notre Dame. They gave up 45 to Duke, and then they lost close to Virginia Tech at 23. They also gave up 31. They gave up 36 in wins. You're 1,000% right. You can't win every game 44-41. It's just not going to work. You're going to have a couple Dave Duran games where you drop a couple bad ones.
It was correct, and I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Their old defensive coordinator was good, and he got hired somewhere as a head coach. I can't remember his name right now, but he's gone, and ever since he left, it's kind of gone downhill. But he always has kind of an electric offense. I don't know a ton about UVA, but I can kind of see them taking a step back this year. And look, it's a primetime game tomorrow. I think the ACC is doing smart with putting on week 0, the Fridays, kind of trying to get themselves into the spotlight if you want to talk about the schedule. But yeah, I like State tomorrow. I think they're going to end up winning. I
like them too, and I think the ACC will be underrated. That's my final take there. Appreciate the call, Carter. Thank you for chiming in. I think the ACC is going to have a couple of teams that are going to be dangerous because why? I think they got good quarterbacks. I think, like you said, CJ Bailey, I think is pretty good. I think Jaren Kiwe, I'll say it again, Jaren Kiwe, Sagapulotele from Cal, I think is a top-tier quarterback. People like Kevin Jennings. I don't. Mason Henschel at Pitt is actually pretty good. He had a great true freshman season last year. Steve Angeli was good at Syracuse in the 4 games he played before he tore his Achilles. He's fully healthy. They of course got Mensa. I mean, there's a lot of guys. All of a sudden, you get down the conference a little bit, and there's guys there. And you're forgetting about Virginia Tech and Franklin being in the mix. Who knows what's going on with Clemson, but that conference can be very underrated. And I don't know of how many. The hot take with them is: are they going to have 2 playoff teams? Is a Virginia going to sneak in? Is a NC State going to sneak in? Something like that. It could absolutely happen. Keep an eye out for the ACC. That was the 5 and 5. 888-760-3776 is the number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776. Elias Bustamante, Colin Russo. It's Russo Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Responsive legal help. That's what you get when you call Anajar and Levine. Our highly skilled attorneys are here to serve you, and we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Our law firm covers all of Florida. Every case we handle gets our full attention and commitment. We put our clients first. That's why people call us first. Call now for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
This is the Delray Beach Open. Don't miss today's top professional tennis stars and legends in downtown Delray Beach, celebrating its 35th anniversary February 12th through 21st. Come for nonstop action on and off the court. Snap pics and post memories at the DBO. Also featuring the Delray Beach Open Food and Wine Series. Join us for a jam-packed week of ATP tennis matches, parties, fun, and all the good vibes. Where champions play and fans party. Tickets on sale now, DelrayBeachOpen.com for info.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For JD Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan.
Hey, Culligan man!
Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
You see what Chris Sale did last night to the Los Angeles Dodgers? We're getting to that in a moment. First things first, since college football is officially back, calling all college football fans, the Palm Beach Zoo right here in Palm Beach County is hosting a Tails and Touchdowns Wild Night Out event. Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m., catch Florida State kickoff on the big screen. You can tailgate and enjoy the wild side of the game. Live music will be performed by Whiskey Six throughout the evening. Tails and Touchdowns is brought to you through the Palm Beach Zoo's conservation partners at Dade County Federal Credit Union. You got to be 21 plus to attend, so it's an adult-only event. But get your tickets today at palmbeachzoo.org. That is palmbeachzoo.org. Coming up this weekend, that is Saturday, the 29th. At 7 p.m. So head over to the zoo, go say hello to the animals, and go say hello to Florida State with a couple of drinks. Have a good time. Elias Bustamante, it is Colin Russo. Let's get this out of the way. How about Chris Sale last night? Let's get, for somebody who is really, I thought was past it about 2-3 years ago when he first got to Atlanta, and he was an absolute mess. And then ever since then, he has completely defied physics and the odds. By dominating. Yesterday against the Dodgers, Chris Sale was absolutely unbelievable. He was not only going against Yamamoto, he was trying to close out a 3-game sweep to win the season series. They were going to win the series anyway. They won at 5-1. He struck out 11, 5 hits, no walks, complete game shutout. Chris Sale, who is very much in the Cy Young race, has a 2.06 ERA. He's going to have 200-plus Ks. 13-9, not the best record in the world, but hey, on the first or third team through third team in the National League. I mean, that's a historic level shutout that he had. It's unironically one of the best games of his entire career. For what the game was, he had 80 strikes and 109 pitches. Did not walk a batter. No walks, 11 Ks. Unbelievable. And the Dodgers won 1-0. Chris Sale. 37 years old. Florida guy, too. 37 years old. He's one of the only pitchers the Braves actually do have. But let's think about this for a second. The Dodgers in the last couple of weeks, I know their schedule sort of eases up a little bit, but they had a really tough stretch the last couple of weeks, and they have not played very well against the teams they should. They lost 3 out of 4 against Milwaukee. They lost the season series there. And they lost 3 straight to Atlanta. And the rest of the way, they don't really have a lot of playoff contending teams coming into town. They get a couple against Cincinnati, Washington, Detroit, San Francisco for 6. So it's not a hard schedule the rest of the way. They sort of sleepwalk their way through the regular season. But they're not going to have the season series against the Brewers. And they're not going to have the season series against the Braves. And with Chris Sale able to go complete game, shutout, 5 hits, no walks, 11 Ks. if you're the Dodgers, there's a chance that you're going to have to go on the road either to Atlanta or to Milwaukee in a bad side of the bracket if it gets to it. There is a non-zero chance that you could play in 2 straight road playoff series to try to get to the World Series. There's a chance. And there's a lot of baseball to be played. The Brewers are sitting about 3 games ahead of the Dodgers at the moment, and they're still playing well. And the Braves are only sitting a game back. They were a game back, and they got the season series. So it's not impossible for the Braves to catch in there, but all of a sudden, if you're forcing the Dodgers to get, 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee or, 2 out of 3 in Atlanta, they're making life very difficult for them in the postseason because of just how much they're sleepwalking through the regular season. I know they're still ramping everybody up. I know they're trying to get everybody back into the fix of things. Snell, Glasnow, Ohtani's looking to work his way back into pitching. But not winning the season series against the Brewers and the Braves, I'm still rooting for the Dodgers because I want a salary cap. And I still think they will win the World Series because I think when it comes down to it, they got entirely too much talent, a laughable amount of talent, and that will reign supreme. But if they're not going to have home field against the Braves, the Brewers, even the Cubs are not that far off. They're 4.5 games back of the Dodgers. That is going to be an interesting NL side. Comparatively to the AL side, which is going to be a Mickey Mouse lackluster, to say the least, which is going to have, the AL East versus nobody else throughout the entire side of that side of the postseason. There's not a lot of threats in the AL. But the NL, this should be a dogfight. The Phillies have played great. The Cubs, mostly, they haven't played well this past week, but mostly have had an excellent season, pretty straightforward. The Padres are in the mix. D-backs, outside of the Kettle Marte thing, which has been very strange, just completely disappeared from the team. The NL's got five really strong teams that are going to be very annoying to deal with. Really strong teams. And they got 2 powerhouses. Another thing to bring up, I was looking through the stats the other day about the team stats in baseball. And the thing about it is, Milwaukee, with their Moneyball-esque stats that they have hitting-wise in baseball, what I mean by that is they don't hit a lot of home runs. They have a good high batting average as a team, but it's also, they don't blast the ball. They don't have necessarily the star power. They are dead last in baseball in home runs. Dead last in baseball in home runs. But in terms of, batting average, they're right near the top alongside the Dodgers and the Rays. In terms of OBP, they're top of it all. OPS, they're top 5. But they cannot hit home runs. And they're top 2 in walks. Something about that Moneyball type offensive game plan is going to be very nerve-wracking once it gets to the postseason, and all of a sudden you can't walk your way to a win, and you need somebody to hit a huge home run, 2-run homer, and they don't have anybody who could do it. That's the one thing that Milwaukee sort of lacks. Whereas, the Dodgers have big game player after big game player. But besides the point, Chris Sale, 11 Ks, he was vintage. One of the best games of his career was last night against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Not only against the team they were playing, Yamamoto was pitching. And Yamamoto's I would take him in the playoffs over maybe anybody right now. That's how good he is. Shout out Chris Sale. Can't stand the Braves. I know a lot of South Florida fans love the Braves because, pre-Marlins, everything like that. But shout out Chris Sale. That guy revitalized his career. And I thought about 3 years ago, he was pretty much finished. And he has found a new step, found a new leg for about 2 years now, where he's been pretty great. Pretty great. Braves screwed up by not getting starting pitching help at the deadline for him, but they might have home field over the Dodgers once it gets into it in the postseason. Dodgers making life difficult for them. They're sleepwalking through August. Maybe I'm reading too far into it. If we get into September and they start raking the ball again, swallow crow, and then we'll say hello to the salary cap. Keep an eye on that with baseball 888-760-3776. You heard about the Zoo coming up tomorrow night with college football back in town. We'll do a little Blitz the Book. We'll make a couple picks, sending you off into your weekend with this weekend's slate of college football. Stay tuned for it. Colin Russo, it's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Calling all college football fans. Join the Palm Beach Zoo tomorrow, Saturday, August 29th, for their Wild Night Out series, Tails and Touchdowns. The action starts at 7 p.m. Watch Florida State take the field on the big screen, tailgate, and enjoy the wild side of the game. Live music from Whiskey 6 will also be playing throughout the evening. Brought to you through the Palm Beach Zoo's conservation partners at Dade County Federal Credit Union. Must be 21 plus to attend. Get your tickets today at palmbeachzoo.org.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Irv, you watching the game?
Watching? I'm all over these live bets on the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Brother, I'm in the game. That's a quick winner. Si se puede, si se puede, si se
Live
puede.
betting on Hard Rock Bet makes any game worth celebrating.
Si se.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start live betting today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Big summer flavor is waiting at DQ Grill and Chill. Right now, enjoy the perfect $7 meal deal. 3-piece chicken strips, fries, medium drink, and a sundae, all for just $7. And for $2 more, you can upgrade to the new DQ Blizzard of the Month. Nestle drumstick with peanuts. Bite into choco-covered drumstick pieces, plus peanuts blended into DQ's world-famous soft serve. It's the perfect crunchy and creamy treat all in one. And it's only at DQ Grill and Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Hard Rock Bet, the place to get in on the action. We got a lot of college football this weekend. You got the U.S. Open around the corner. All that in one spot. Stay tuned for it because it's football season. We are here. We're essentially here. We're 12 days out from NFL starting. You might as well acclimate yourself with the app now. Go for friends now. Get those bonus bets now. Take advantage of the profit bets now. It's all available on the app. Go download today in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. You can do baseball, tennis, football, futures picks with college football. If you think somebody crazy is going to win a college football conference, want to get big odds on it, Virginia Tech's like plus 2,500 to win the ACC. If you're a big James Franklin guy, go bet it on the app, player by player, parlay it all together, parlay game by game, overs, unders. They have it all in one spot. It's catered to both types of players. That's the new player and the experienced player. Hard Rock Bet. It's the place for the sports fan, the new and the old. Go check it out today. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus. Physically present in Florida. The wager. Terms and conditions do apply. If you're somebody who knows a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Let's do a couple college football bets. Wow, it feels good to say that. Let's do that in the Hard Rock Bet app. Let's do a little Blitz the Book with Hard Rock Bet.
Send some heat. Pin your ears back. It's time to Blitz the Book. Presented by Hard Rock Bet.
No, I'm not going to bet the Rhode Island Merrimack game, even though Rhode Island's favored by 21.5. I'm looking at tomorrow. North Carolina, TCU. If you remember last year's game, North Carolina had one of the prettiest opening drives in the history of opening drives against TCU, and they got the doors blown off of them by Josh Hoover. Taking TCU again. The spread is minus 9.5. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring. I think this is going to be a 26-14 affair. Not a ton, but just enough to hit the, not the over, but the spread. TCU, I will take over North Carolina. That is in Ireland. So all the TCU lot that is out there having a good time. The one top 25 game is USC against San Jose State, minus 38.5. Keep me far away from that, with all due respect. 40 points in week one. I have no idea what USC is going to look like. But one game I am all over is NC State against Virginia. Plus 3.5. NC State is not only underdogs in the game at plus 160, but it's going to be plus 3.5. There's going to be points in this one. If Virginia wants to win, they're going to need to score. Because NC State's going to be able to score. CJ Bailey, third-year quarterback, 6'6", lanky, definitely a pro-type prospect. Watch NC State surprise people this year. We just talked to Carter in Atlanta, who's a State fan. I'm taking them plus 3.5 tomorrow. I'm going to be watching that game. That is going to be tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Some other games, if you're looking for it, outside of the FCS range. Hawaii and Stanford. Hawaii and Stanford, and then Florida State, New Mexico State. Florida State's minus 31.5. Is it sacrilegious to take Florida State minus 31.5 against New Mexico State? You know what? A pissed-off program, a pissed-off Mike Norvell. They got SMU next week. Florida State will cover 32 points against New Mexico State. Florida State minus 31.5. Sign me up. That is years and years of being pissed off and embarrassed. They want to take that all out on somebody else. I could care less if it's New Mexico State. As long as it's a crap opponent, Florida State's going to take advantage. Minus 31.5. So Ashton Daniels, Deuce Robinson, they got a squad. Mike Norvell coaching for his job. There's one thing you can guarantee. Those players who are there, they're not there for the program. They're there for Mike Norvell. They're not there because they love Florida State. They're there because Mike Norvell has somehow convinced them that to hang around. They're going to play hard for him. They're going to play hard for him to open up the season. They know SMU is going to be a dogfight. They want to add fire on all cylinders. Florida State minus 31.5. Another big bet for me. So, what I have there as the big ones, we got TCU to cover against North Carolina. We got NC State to cover against Virginia on the road. We also have Florida State to cover minus 31.5 against New Mexico State. If I wanted to add another one in there, I could look at Hawaii and Stanford, but I have no idea what to expect from Hawaii and Stanford, to be honest with you. Sorry. I know Stanford plays Miami next week, so I guess to add a little mystique to that game, root for Stanford, maybe they could show a little guts. Make it a more fun game to watch, but outside of that, nope, we're all good. Respectfully, all set. Memphis UNLV, again, I'm all set. 10 p.m., we're all good. Not going to put money on that one. Well, you can if you're in Memphis and UNLV. But watch Florida State play well to close out the program here on Friday as we head off into the high school game day, which is going to get started, plus the Miami Dolphins preseason, which is coming up next here on 106.3 on the radio dial. Watch Florida State play with little guts. Because what they do last year, started out the season, they played with guts against Alabama. Played hard for Norvell because there's something to prove. Team might not be any good. They might not have a lot of talent, but they were going to out-talent New Mexico State. And a lot of those guys who were there last year and got embarrassed to the level that they were last year are back. They're pissed off. It's going to be important for them to kind of punch this season in the mouth, if you will. And they don't play until next Monday against SMU, which is a standalone primetime. You don't think they want to get off on the right foot? God forbid, I hope not. It's not a look-ahead game. The team's definitely not good enough to have a look-ahead games. But watch Florida State play with little guts. I don't think Norvell's going to survive the year. I don't think the team's going to be any good. I actually liked Ashton Daniels when I talked to him at ACC Media Day, and Deuce Robinson, the whole crew, Jabril Rawls. But I do not think that their demise, their downfall, will start against New Mexico State. 31.5. If it's 21-0, I'm going to be upset. I need 17-0 halfway through the second quarter. That's what I need. Sign me up. College football is back. I know we're 12 days away from the NFL, but nobody's more gearing up than I am. Football is here because Lord knows I could talk about whether the Raiders are going to start Mendoza or Cousins for the 1100th time. We're all good. Need to move on. Time to get into games, responding to games, reacting to games. Speaking of games, stay tuned for our ESPN HSS Game of the Week for high school football, which is going to be Pahokee and Royal Palm. Mike Rizzo will be on the call on that one. That will start at 6:30. on the stream at ESPN West Palm, so stay tuned for that. Damian Perez going to handle it down here at the City Place Studios, and Mike will be on site. Follow along at ESPN Top 63 for scoreboard updates throughout the night, as it should be another packed weekend of high school sports as well. If you're sticking on the radio dial, you're going to get some Miami Dolphins preseason action as they close out the preseason here. Who knows what that's going to look like? A week from now, we'll be in official Week 1 territory, and we'll be talking about Miami football. So, a lot more action here to come. If you missed any of the program today, go listen back at Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. Big thanks to Elias Bustamante keeping us up over the airwaves. This has been Colin Russo. We'll be back at it with Damian Perez on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Stay tuned for that for a little Sunday Huddle presented by Hard Rock Bet. But in the meantime, enjoy it. We'll see you back on Monday with regularly scheduled programming from 2 to 6 from Theoretically Speaking, and then Russo and Rizzo. I'm Colin, that's Elias, saying so long. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some football. Enjoy some tennis. Enjoy some baseball. It is Russo and Rizzo right here on ESPN 106.3.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care.